Oh, I don't want to put anybody in timeout. I want them, if they get mad, let them get mad. Little thing says, you can put people in timeout. I don't put no people on timeout, guys. Don't worry about it.
And all of our information is available on our website at
I appreciate you too.
www.cowetaforest.org or follow us on Facebook.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton. Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken right next door to their former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A, here in Newton.
You hear music. Do the lyrics speak to you on a deeper level? I'm Bruce Thornton. Join me and Donna Wood every Friday morning at 10:30 a.m. on WQEE 99.1 FM The Key for our show Lyrical Wisdom. Every week we will dive into the lyrics of songs and uncover hidden messages that we hope will leave you feeling inspired and enlightened. We know that our ideas may not always line up with yours, so the show will be an open discussion. Contact us with ideas for songs at lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. That's lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. Let's share some wisdom together.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rod Peterson here, host of the Rod Peterson Show, inviting you to join us.
We got some updates on the traffic and the weather and school coming up for you in the Georgia and Alabama area.
I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like it because we make the listeners a part of the show. Every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern, you'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear you.
That's right.
Here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Woohoo! Are you ready?
Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Drive time on WQEE. Braves Country is a Southern sports talk show. Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. That's Braves Country. Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. Weekdays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
The views and opinions of this show and program are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clientele.
This is Adam Elliott with Public Riverbank. We're home for the Vegas Hockey in 99.
That's right. What's up? What's up? What's up? It is that time again. Yeah, we're hearing the music starting to come up finally in the background. News, traffic, what's going on in the world around you, sports. Yeah, we'll tell it like it is. Straight edge, independent skeptic on the air right here. And of course, my plug better work. It better work. It better charge. It better charge. You are tuned in. You're in lockdown. Who am I? I'm RyanORadio Penitentiary host, the one, the only Ryan O'Neal. You're in lockdown. And yes, I am the game. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast Shout It Out Loud across the RyanORadio media page, which is working perfect for some reason. When I was on another page, it didn't work. Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada. What? And the Jordan Communication and Family Radio stations, East Alabama, West Georgia, including right here at the heartbeat of Atlanta, 99.1 FM, WQEE The Key, home of Southern sports, inspirational talk. And we're all over our WQEE Key YouTube, Facebook page, Ryan O'Neal Facebook page, RyanORadio Penitentiary Facebook page, Instagram, and everywhere you need to be. Social media sites. To all my haters, I do got one thing to say to you. Get up close to this dial. Yes, I am the man around here. Congratulations to Michigan winning the Natty last night, defeating Washington. We'll talk about that coming in the next hour. Also, we'll get Black Monday results for you. Who's out, who's in, and we're going to talk about Arthur Smith, of course, a little bit more depth this morning in period number 2 as we bring in Sports Beat's very own Richard Oldridge joins us. We'll speak with him this morning about some of the stuff going on in NFL action going into this weekend as we have wild card weekend, his thoughts on some of the people being kicked to the curb and everything. And then we'll also get his thoughts on the Natty last night. We'll get ready for that's Friday Night Light scoreboard. And you and I are going to talk about the top 10 movies over the weekend. What's hot, what's not. and what we should be checking out, because we have our movie reviewer, Shane B, will join us in the final period. We got headline news for you this morning. Fourth batch of Epstein's list coming out, and this time it's getting a little bit more in-depth towards a couple of the former presidents that were on there that they said was accused of no wrongdoing, now being accused of something. We'll talk about that a little bit. And I know some of you are not going to want to believe that, because from what I hear out there, I guess if you're really, really to the left or really, really to the right, you're just not going to believe these people are criminals. It's hard to believe that, right? They would never do such things. Also listen to Cat Williams. Also, we'll take a look at Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis, the only two to qualify for tomorrow night's final GOP presidential debate that's going to be held in Iowa at Drake University. We'll have that details for you this morning, and we'll get into it tomorrow morning as well as Thursday morning. We'll bring you the highlights of that event tomorrow night. And we'll get you a little review of WWE. Not very much of what happened, because we're going to dive deeper tomorrow morning right here on the network in the second period of play as we have our Wednesday. You know what that means. It's wrestling wrap up. But first, we got all these news stories, sports, and everything for you. But we got to get ready, get on top of what's the top thing this morning, as it is flood in areas, accidents in areas, and so much more. Well, I tell you what, we'll get into your headline news right now with closures and stuff. We tell you what schools are out and what's going to be in, who, what, when, where, and why. But here's some of the news headlines for you this morning. Antivirus attacks computers when there's an antivirus on the computer for them to get more money out of you. If that gets on your nerves, then the antivirus companies need to be shut down and people need to lose their jobs. Ryan, you're so mean. You want them? Yep. All right, let's take a look at it. Wow, looks like my music got done before I was able to get you some of the headlines out there. Oh well, guys. I guess the headlines are not important this morning. They're not important at all. If the computer hadn't had come up saying it needs an antivirus, oh, somebody was on, then it came off. Some people were on to YouTube. We got a lot of people listening everywhere else. YouTube, we just started this thing. So, all right, let's jump into it and see what's going on. Former United UN Ambassador Nikki Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis this morning are the only two candidates that are going to be eligible for the Republican presidential debate in Iowa set for Wednesday. The debate's going to be at Drake University in Des Moines. Will be the first featuring just two of the candidates. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. CNN, Jake Tapper, and Dana Bush will host and moderate this final debate. Chris Christie and, thank God, Ramaswamy, not Chris Christie, I wish he would have been in there, did not meet the polling requirements to participate. Officers have identified an 11-year-old boy who was killed in a school shooting in rural Iowa as Almar Joliffe, known as Smiley to his family and friends and staff. Students and staff are helping each other out during this time of crisis. There was a shooting that happened at that rural school in Iowa just last week. And ladies and gentlemen, South Korea is going to be making it illegal by 2027 for no more dog meat. No, not the hot dogs. Well, we're talking about real hot dogs. Well, South Korea's passed a law on Tuesday that will ban eating dog meat by 2027. And of course, the industry is going to fail there in the country because dog meat is one of the tastiest treats for those folks in South Korea. We got more updates on the Epstein's list. For the fourth batch has finally come out. 49 degrees here at about 20 minutes past the hour. Radio news time. Your time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Michael and the crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. All right, let's take a look at what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, look at your traffic here in just a few moments. I do want to let you know that some accidents have occurred on Interstate 85 this morning as flooding is continuing. A single vehicle accident occurred on near 51 mile marker south I-85 where a car hit the wall. 3 trees are down near the Aaron Young Road block there with trees and limbs. Be careful this morning. That's why we're having to look out for it. Flooding and rain. No cold. The cold is not in here this morning as much as the in the weather as the rain is through the afternoon. It's going to start clearing up. Some schools are going to be delayed to 9 a.m. this morning. Some are going to be closed. And we're going to give you a list of some of the districts this morning. We'll jump into that right as we speak here. If you hear something I don't hear, you know something I don't know, call us at 770-347-9947. That number is 770-347-9947 if you know of the school closing in your area in Atlanta and beyond in Georgia. All right, let's go ahead and do some Georgia schools. Banks County schools closed today. Bremen City schools are closed today. Burke County schools are closed today. Butts County schools are closed today. A 2-hour delay is coming up for Date County schools. Dawson County has got virtual learning all day. Fannin County schools are 2-hour delay this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and move this over here. Start with this. Let's go ahead and do a couple other schools here. And these are all Georgia schools right now. Floyd County schools 2-hour delay. Franklin County schools closed today. Gilmer County schools 2-hour delay. Gordon County schools 2-hour delay. I do not see anything with Coweta County. They have not reported this morning that there's any closures there. Greene County schools closed today. Griffin, Spalding County schools closed today. Heard County schools got a 2-hour delay. Jasper County schools are closed today. Liberty County schools are closed today. Lumpkin County schools are closed today. Meriwether County schools are going to be remote learning all day. Troup County schools are closed today. Union County schools have a 2-hour delay. Chambers County schools in Alabama have a 2-hour delay this morning, as well as Lee County schools in Alabama have a 2-hour delay too. Meriwether County, did we tell you they were closed today? That's just something in our area. If you hear something that I don't know, school closings and everything, let us know at 770-347-9947. That's 770-347-9947. And that's 770-347-9947. Let us know. We'll let everybody know. It is about 23 minutes past the hour radio news time, and we're holding at 49 degrees here in the metro Atlanta area. And of course, there's a lot of closures going to be happening. We're going to keep you abreast of what's going on with your rain showers here in just a few as it continues. I'm seeing a little rain out there in front of the station. I'm looking out the windows. We got rain going on, but nothing major. I would say flooding in downtown, but you do have to look out in a couple of areas. Near Aaron Young Road, trees are down right now there. Of course, road is blocked with trees and bushes and everything on the ground. Try to avoid that area at all possible. There was a crash on Interstate 85 southbound going the 51 mile marker this morning. Just to let you guys know, you hear something I need to know, let me let everybody know. Shoot me an email at 99classicrock@gmail.com. That's 99classicrock@gmail.com, or call us this morning 770-347-9947. That's 770-347-9947 to let you know what is going on. We got a couple other updates that are coming in this morning. Let us know. It's raining right now. It's starting to pick up just a tad bit here in the metro area of downtown Noonan. And we appreciate all of our listeners out there tuning in this morning. Wow. Did you see that game last night? We'll talk about it in just a few. You see that game last night? We'll talk about it in just a few. Coming up in the next period of nonstop play. Don't understand why this is not working. All right, let's go ahead and get that up. I'm waiting on that. If you see something else, turn them lights on this morning, wherever you may be traveling. There's rainfall. I have not heard anything out of Coweta County school systems. I think that they are possibility are going to school today, so we're not going to get any information there. Thunder and lightning. North Highway 29 at Highway 154, 2-vehicle truck car accident, no injuries. Car is blocking the middle of the interstate on the North Highway 29, Highway 154, ladies and gentlemen. We told you 51-mile marker south, I-85, a single vehicle accident crashed into the wall. That's just a couple of things going on this morning. If you want to let us know about some of the things that you see that are going on. Once again, more headline news for you. Once again, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis were the only two candidates that are going to be participating into tomorrow night's debate in Iowa at the Drake University in Des Moines. It's going to begin at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, air on CNN with moderators Jake Tapper and Dana Bush. This will be the first debate, the final debate, and Chris Christie, along with, thank God, Ramaswamy, did not, now I want Chris Christie to be in there, but not Ramaswamy, did not meet polling requirements to participate, ladies and gentlemen. Also this morning, a tasty treat in South Korea no longer is going to be tasty. South Korea has passed a new law on Tuesday that will ban eating dog meat all the way by 2027. This is going to inadvertently end the industry that is failing in the country that used to be in favor of eating dog meat. Tasty, 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 huh? Yuck. Pope Francis on Monday warned about the killings of citizens in Gaza Strip and Ukraine, and he's calling for the banning of also what is called surrogate motherhood. 4 killed, 38 hurt at a Russian, according to Russia, as they had targets of dozens of missiles against the Ukraine. These stories and more on the WQEE Key page this morning. We're going to dive deeper into the Epstein's list in just a few. Plus, after the break, you and I are going to take a look at what's going on Israel at war. 27 minutes past the hour radio news time. We're holding at 49 degrees. Let's take a look at that traffic this morning to see what's going on in traffic on the interstate. We already told you about going southbound 55-mile marker at Interstate southbound 85. There was a car crash into the wall there. We'll talk more about that and get you the traffic updates as Killingsworth Realty Road Report is now.
But especially today's can raise a lot of questions. Hi, I'm Amy with Killingsworth Realty. My husband Todd and I serve the Coweta and local area. Our purpose at our first meeting is to learn your goals, answer questions, and provide resources so that you can make the best decision for you and your family. 678-525-0047 to schedule a free consultation today to discuss your real estate needs.
Don't do it alone. Get that perfect home right there with Killingsworth Realty. All right, Ryan O'Neill hanging out with you here. It's the RyanORadio Penitentiary. Time for us to dive right into what's going on with your traffic here in the Atlanta and Metro Atlanta areas. Georgia 400 near North Springs Station, and that's in Sandy Springs, crash blocking a lane at Georgia 400 there. And, of course, causing some delays up for another 5 or 10 minutes. Duluth Highway and Sugarloaf Parkway in Gwinnett County, a wrecker's on the scene, and that accident occurred at about 10 minutes ago. DeKalb County, ladies and gentlemen, I-20 westbound near exit 65, 2 left lanes, delays where usually flooding is going on, unusual flooding is going on. Atlanta flooding near the Buford Spring connector, southbound near the Peachtree northbound exit in the right lane. Be careful there as you heading out there. College Park, there's a traffic light flashing near Flat Shoals Road at the old National Highway. Treat that as a 4-way stop as you head into College Park this morning. Also, Georgia I-135 in Pickens County. A tree down at I-35 closed at Whitestone Road. Avoid this area at all possible. And ladies and gentlemen, flooding in Cobb County continues. And this is I-285 near 78, Highway 78. Careful in the left lane there and everything. Also, ladies and gentlemen, hello, cutie, says Andrew Polanis. I say, hello, beautiful. Also, ladies and gentlemen, mile mark at 51, there was a crash by a single car accident into the wall there on I-75 southbound this morning. Also, that was about, I'd say, 15 minutes ago. Also, ladies and gentlemen, about 30 minutes ago, North Highway 29 and Highway 154, two vehicle accident, a car and a truck, no injuries, just blocking the middle of the intersection. Also heading on down Interstate 85, nothing going on in Noonan right now. Bullsboro's all right. There's a little standing water on Lower Fayetteville Road as well as Popular Road. Be careful wherever you're heading out to. Coming in from the radio station, Jackson Street, heading out there. And be on the lookout for those school buses this morning because there has been no information sent to us from Coweta County as of yet, whether they're going to delay school for a couple of hours or whether they're going to shut down today like some other schools. But a complete rundown of all the schools are on our WQEE Key page. Check it out there as well. I just gave you some of the rundown of those schools, and I'll do it here in a moment as well. Interstate 85 southbound, other than that one accident, heading looking good in Hogansville as well as Grantville, heading down to LaGrange. New Franklin Road is picking up a little bit. Standing water always on New Franklin Road, so be careful there as well. And Commerce Avenue looking good. Heading towards downtown LaGrange, it's not quite as busy, but a little bit busy. Coming off the interstate near the Kia plant, it's busy. People are getting to work. Be careful there. If you're going to take an alternate route, try to get there or try to go on down to the Lynette Valley exit because construction is still going on the West Point exit. Be careful there as well. No issues this morning. Once again, schools, before we head into the break, 32 minutes past the hour, radio news time. We're holding at right now 49 degrees. School closing and delays this morning. We'll start in right here in Georgia, of course. Banks County closed. Bremen City School closed. Burke County schools closed. Butts County schools are closed this morning. Dayton County schools are 2-hour delay. Dawson County schools virtual learning all day. Ebert County schools closed today. Fannin County schools 2-hour delay. Floyd County schools 2-hour delay. Franklin County schools closed today. Gilmer County schools 2-hour delay, along with Gordon County schools 2-hour delay as well. Heading on over to Greene County schools closed. Griffin and Spalding County schools are closed today. Hurt County schools 2-hour delay as well. Jasper County schools are closed today. Liberty County schools are closed today. Lumpkin County schools are closed today. Meriwether County schools remote learning all day. Ranburn County schools closed today. Troup County schools are closed today. Union City schools 2-hour delay. Chambers County got schools in Alabama 2-hour delay, as well as a 2-hour delay in Lee County schools, and Randolph County schools are looking good to go. 2-hour delay as well. No additional information anywhere else. If you see something I don't see, or if you know something I don't see, drop it into our feed here so we can announce it this morning. If you know of a school system in there in Alabama, I know we've got a couple of other ones that are in our listening area, viewing areas. They don't know whether they're going or not. We need to know this morning and let them know. Shoot us an email at 99classicrock@gmail.com. WQEE News Hound. That's right. Or you can go ahead and just drop it in the feeds there via WQEE News Hound. News, weather, traffic, and events going on. Just like this virtual event for Fatherhood Conversation today that's going on live on the Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, X, Zoom, and more. It's the Fatherhood program from in partnership with the Georgia State organization Omega Pi. That's right. Marvin Rodwater Sr. is the man. 706-315-6454. That's beginning at 6 p.m. today. Live on all their social media platforms. That's right. We're going to take a break, ladies and germs. When we come back, we got Israel at war. Keep giving me your feeds of what's going on. We'll keep you updated with the traffic and the weather and, of course, school closings throughout the mornings right here on RyanORadio Penitentiary. We're Metro Atlanta and Atlanta's radio show. We're East Alabama, West Georgia's only show to give you the real deal. Real deal sex appeal. That's right. Back in a moment. At least that's what you would say, right? Andrew. Back in a moment.
Time for your active weather forecast on this Tuesday. Cloudy and damp with rain this morning. Partly cloudy by the afternoon. Potential of flooding rains. High near 58. Wind south-southwest 15 to 25 miles per hour. Chance of rainfall 1%. 1-2 inches of rain expected today. Mostly cloudy skies tonight with a low near 32. Wind southwest 15 to 25 miles per hour. Winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour. For your Wednesday, some sun. Then a little bit of clouds increasing by the afternoon. High near 47. West-southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Some clouds Wednesday night with a low near 30. Winds light and variable. Thursday, sunny. High near 57. Light and variable winds. Thursday night, partly cloudy skies. Another 50% chance of showers. Southeast winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Low near 40. That's your active weather forecast. Brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street here in Newton. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all.
Active Pest Control offers the best services and prices to protect your home. Offering both
Siren head has been spotted in Coweta County. I ain't heard anything. No sirens going off.
insects all around you 24/7. Active
But I'll check.
Pest Control, the first line of defense. Active Pest Control. Repair, buy, best termite coverage around. Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street, Newton. 770-954-9941.
Performing arts invites you to travel to the magic world.
Oh, I got so much.
Experience a lost culture brought to life with incredible classical Chinese dance, magical scenery, and soul-stirring music. Coming to Riverside
Come on now.
Performing Arts, January 23rd only. Tickets at shenmue.com/.
All right, I got them. I got them closing.
and blindband.com/Columbus-GA.
I don't want everything to freeze up. I need these closings.
What do you do to be prepared in today's world? Hi, I'm Holly Reese. I'm the founder of Warrior Defenders. As a certified tactical self-defense instructor, I'm specializing in women's self-defense. All women of all ages have the ability to learn how to defend themselves effectively.
Keep going up, guys. We're going to keep you going. We got the RyanORadio Penitentiary on the air.
You can be your own hero. Classes and private seminars are available. Learn today to have a safer tomorrow.
Well, it looks like people are coming off because I'm not.
Hey, sports fans, it's Ryan Peterson.
Just wait.
Host of the Ryan Peterson
He's on the
Show.
list. Your hero's on the list.
2 hours
He's
of
being
the latest fun and sports talk
accused.
here on WQEE. I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like
Can't
it.
see the sign.
The listeners are part of the show. Every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern, you'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear you. That's the Ryan Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Hey, sports fans. Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Drive time. on WQEE.
Well, I can't move everything around.
Sports talk show.
I can do what I can do.
Quarterbacks. That's Braves Country. Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. Weekdays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here.
I'm trying to keep my phone from not.
99.1 FM.
There we go. Best I can do. Oh, wow. I'll be doing that. Yes, I am saved by the bell. So are you. Welcome back into the RyanORadio Penitentiary. We are about 39 minutes past the hour, holding at, wow, can you believe it, 49 degrees in the metro Atlanta area of Newton. High near 63 today. They're over in Columbus. They're a little bit higher right now. And we've got some delays, school delays coming up for you. We're going to talk about, we got a few more coming from East Alabama in just a few moments for you. Sirens have been heard and spotted in parts of Coweta County. Have not heard where the Coweta County school systems are out as of yet, but we'll get you abreast of that. We gave you some of the Georgia ones. Let's do the Alabama ones that are shut down, closed, as well as couple of hour delays. And Brookstone School is opening at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time this morning over there in East Alabama and West Georgia. Calvary Schools preschool closed today. Chattahoochee School Systems virtual learning today. Chattahoochee Valley Community College is having virtual learning today. Columbus Tech College is open late at 12:30 p.m. today. Eufaula City Schools are closed today. Hanny Turner Private Schools are closed on one day. Classes are canceled as well. Harris County schools are closed today. Muskogee County schools are virtual learning Tuesday. Phoenix City schools are virtual learning Tuesday. Pinehurst schools are closed today. Russell County schools are going to have virtual learning today. St. Anna Pacelli Catholic School virtual learning today. Troup County schools, we told you they're closed today. Chambers County schools got a 2-hour delay, and Lee County schools got a couple of hour delay. Lee County. So those are some of the school closings and much more that are going on this morning. That's in the Alabama side of things. We gave you some of the Georgia side of things. That's Alabama and Georgia. We're just getting stuff popping in. Nothing from Coweta County as of yet. So I guess they're heading off to school. They said I've got a report that there's some sirens heard and has been spotted in Coweta County. I don't know what's been spotted, so if there's sirens off. I haven't heard them go off in downtown, so we'll keep you abreast of what's going on if that's coming up. So don't worry. We're going to keep you updated on what is going on in the Atlanta and Metro Atlanta area school systems. Some of these schools are going to have virtual learning. They're going to be canceling classes. I'm pretty sure that by 10 a.m., a lot of them are going to be in school. I know that some of the schools are opening up at 9. Some are 2-hour delays, which is 9 o'clock for most schools. So we'll keep you abreast of what's going on. You guys be careful out there. Take an umbrella, turn them lights on. If you see something I don't see, shoot us an email at 99classicrock@gmail.com, or you can call us at 770-347-9947. Let's jump right into it this morning. We got a couple of newsworthy notes for you. Israel at war. We're going to keep you doing that. Really? I'm going to support it. All right, Israel at war. Let's see. Israel strikes back and kills journalist in South Gaza. As the conflict in Israel rages on, Israel-Hamas conflict hosts the third month, and it marks as the conflict continues. Airstrikes have killed 2 Palestinian journalists. The Biden administration has reportedly implemented and asked Israel to limit as often actions in Gaza as they can, and of course, so they can get some food and water and stuff into the people that are needed. As the conflict in Israel rages on, and Hamas, a family in New York City, has a family member that's an American hostage. And within 3 months, the Ronan and his wife Orna, his son Owen, has been missing. He went over as part of a college. Instead of going to college after high school, he decided to go to Israel to do kind of a travel thing. And he ended up getting in the Israel Army on October 7th and has been kidnapped, I should say, by terrorists in Hamas. Wow. We'll give him and his family in our prayers this morning. Pope Francis is on Monday also warning about the killings of citizens in Gaza Strip in Ukraine. He's calling for that to be stopped. Also, he's banning what is called a surrogate motherhood. So that's just some of the things that's going on in Israel at war. If you see something going on, we need to know. Class is canceled, this, that, and the other. I'm going to go ahead and jump right back into that, too, for those that are listening. We're about 15 minutes away from that are listening in the Atlanta and Alabama areas and around the surrounding areas. We have a lot of listeners worldwide, too. So we're going through, for those of you that are listening worldwide, we're going through sort of a flooding and everything. School buses are out in Coweta County, so school is going to start at regular time here in Coweta County. I just saw a school bus come through downtown Noonan, so heading towards LaGrange Street where they're going towards the high school there. So just to let you know, Coweta County school systems, no delays this morning, regular school time activities for the elementary schools and high schools in Coweta County. Also the middle schools too. We don't want to leave you guys out. Be like, he didn't say middle school, so I guess we can stay home. No, I didn't mean it like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that just came in, and just to let you guys know, I just saw that. Here's a couple of things that's going on. Closings in the Georgia and Alabama area. We're going to start with Brooktown School opening at 10 a.m. Calvary Christian School closed today. Virtual learning for Chattahoochee County schools there. Also, Chattahoochee Valley Community College virtual learning. Columbus Tech College opening at 12:30 p.m. today. Eufaula schools are closed today. Hanny Turner private schools are closed today. Harris County schools are closed today. Muskogee County schools virtual learning. Phoenix City schools virtual learning. Pinehurst Christian School closed today. Russell County schools having that virtual learning. St. Anne Pacelli School virtual learning, and Troup County schools are closed today as well. Union City schools 2-hour delay. Chambers County schools a 2-hour delay. Lee County schools in Alabama 2-hour delay. Rankin County schools closed today. Jasper County schools closed today. Liberty and Lumpkin and Meriwether County. Well, Liberty and Lumpkin closed today. Meriwether County schools is having remote learning all day. Heard County 2-hour delay. Griffin Spalding and schools along with Greene County schools closed today. Also 2-hour delays for Floyd County schools, Gilmer County schools, and Gordon County schools. Franklin County schools will be closed today. Moving on down, ladies and gentlemen, Banks County schools, Burke County schools, Butts County schools, and Bremen City schools over there in Bremen. We got some listeners tuning in there. All of them are closed today as well. Flooding continues. Sirens in certain areas. Let us know if you know something I don't know. Shoot us. I'd rather for you to call me at 770-347-9947 because I may get a chance to get to my emails and I may not. 770-347-9947, or you can shoot an email at 99classicrock@gmail.com. Lightning out there in DeSalt come up. We got plenty of storms this morning in the Coweta County area and all over Georgia and Alabama area. School delays there. We got a lot of storm coming through. The storm is coming through. Hopefully I don't get knocked off. If not, I will be on my Facebook because I'll be able to do that. And YouTube will be able to stay on there. But if you're on there, let me know some stuff that's going on. I got sirens have been heard and certain spots of the area here in Coweta County don't know. I did see Coweta County school buses come by here momentarily, so they still are getting ready to start school at a regular time. If you see something I don't see, get into my feed here. Go to the WQEE Key YouTube page, the Facebook page, or whatever, and come on the YouTube page and let me know some stuff that's going on. We're keeping you abreast of what's going on. Or 770-347-9947. We're going to take a break, come back, close out this period of play. We still got coming up for you this morning. Why is that acting up? Don't act up, computer. If you start acting up, it means I got to pull some things out. What? The computer wants to start acting up now. Yours truly, just tired of all that. Expecting everything to work perfect. It's supposed to. And it's not supposed to mess up every single morning, every single 5 minutes. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. We're about 12 minutes away from the top of the hour radio news time. Holding at 49 degrees under cloudy, rainy skies out there. Flooded rains and flooded areas. So be careful wherever you may be roaming. A list of all these school closings are on our WQE Key page, as Facebook page as well. Back in a moment. When I push it up, it needs to work.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton. Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken right next door to their former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton.
Shopping for insurance doesn't have to be stressful. I'm Christy, owner of Ellsworth Insurance, located here in Newton, Georgia. We're an independent agency with access to multiple carriers for home, auto, life, health, and commercial insurance.
Wait a minute. How can Norris Fire be over here? That wasn't what was on.
770-755-7053.
Huh.
Look forward to meeting you soon.
This is Margie from Connecting Hearts Network. I'd like you to take just a moment and listen to Linda Kirkpatrick all about. Family Patterns Matter works with youth and their families to help overcome barriers that prevent their success. We meet twice a month with mentoring, tutoring, teaching life skills, resilience, gratitude, and kindness. We also bring music and art therapy. Please visit our website at www.familypatternsmatter.org.
I am Apostle Deborah Harris, Sister Apostle of Kingdom Connected Ministries International at 121 Hillwood Circle, Newnan, Georgia. Presenting Connecting the Kingdom. Connecting kingdom citizens, kingdom businesses, and advancing the kingdom of God in this hour. Join us each Tuesday at 10 o'clock a.m. with guests who are sharing their faith, business, and ministry.
All right, I'm going to get to my
The hottest new show coming to you live, The Jet Stream. Tune in every Saturday on your 9 a.m. morning drive.
Hey everybody, this is Andy Crispin. Join me this week for a very special year-end edition of worship as I play 2 hours of the best of modern worship music from churches and worship leaders around the world. And this week we're going to hear some of our favorite songs of 2023 by Leland, John Reddick, Lake Point Worship, Phil Wickham, House Fires, Red Rocks, Gateway, and so much more. You don't want to miss a moment of this week's year-end edition of worship.
Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary this morning. Good morning to you. I'm Ryan O'Neill hanging out with you. And the storms are starting to come back through the Atlanta and metro Atlanta areas into Georgia and Alabama. We've got some storms and tornado warnings in effect. We'll get to some of our headline news here in just a few moments. Good morning, Gail. Thank you for joining us there from Tennessee. Just coming from our friends at Newnan Coweta Scanner Traffic, they said the sound of thunder are starting to roll through the wet hills of Coweta again as your short calm patch comes to an end. There's another small intense line of high winds, rain, and lightning that should be here shortly, so everyone be safe, they say. The National Weather Service out of Georgia and Peachtree City has issued a tornado watch Tornado Watch 4 in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's in Alabama Central Standard Time for Barber County. For the following Alabama counties as well, for those of you that are listening to us, including the cities of Eufaula and Troy are under that, with Barber, Pike are part of it. Also in Georgia, the National Weather Service has issued a tornado watch for in effect at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this afternoon for the following areas, including Florida, watch including 10 counties in the Big Bend, Florida area: Dixie, Franklin, Gaston, Jefferson, Lafayette, Leo, Liberty, Masson. This is in Florida. Masson, Taylor. No, these are Georgia. I'm sorry. Big Bend in Florida, and then in Georgia, Dixon, Franklin, Gaston, Jefferson, Lafayette, Leo, Liberty, Masons, Taylor, and Watkins County in Georgia. This includes 26 counties in southeast Georgia: Ben Hill, Brooks, Colquitt, Cook, Iwan, Lanier, Loads, Thomas, Tiff, Turner, Worth. In southeast Georgia, you've got Baker, Baker, Calhoun, Clay, Decatur, Early, Grady, Lee, Miller, Mitchell, Quitman, Randolph, Terrell, and this includes the cities of Adams Beach, Albany, as well as Arlington, Ashburn, Ashton, Babcock, wow, and Bainbridge. Oh, Bainbridge, guys, you in Bainbridge are listen. Barnesville, Bay City, Bellevue, as well as Beverly, Blakely, Blue Springs, Bowden's Mill, Bowdoin, Branch View, Brooks County. These are just some of the counties there. Going on down to Chattahoochee, Cherry Lake. These are just some of the cities that are included in there as well. And ladies and gentlemen, Crossroads. Just to let you know, there's a tornado. Nothing in Coweta County, thank goodness. I don't want to say anything except for we got some thunderstorms coming in. Nothing in Chambers County, Alabama, and Troup County. But be on the lookout for heavy rains and storms coming through, because there's some tornadoes watching in effect for Perry County, Perry as well today, Pine Valley, and Sylvester, Sweetwater, Valdosta, Union City, Turner City are a part of that. Walker, West Bainbridge, and Bainbridge, Wetumpka, and everything. So we get the latest news. This is Tornado Watch, issued a Tornado Watch 4 until 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Barbie County, and 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Clay, Georgia, Quitman, Georgia, and Terrell, Georgia. Just to let you guys know. Press for everyone the path of the weather events. I'm here. I'm an hour from Nashville. Raining, wind here, heavy. You guys sent your rain down to us from Tennessee, but yeah, Tennessee and Georgia and Florida and Alabama right now are getting hit with some heavy rains this morning as well. So those listeners in that area are getting hitting there. Now you may be getting hit in snow up in the North New York that are listening and everything, and Canada. But we're having to drop this in. I know that some of our listeners worldwide are not, it's not affecting them, but this is stuff that's coming to us and affecting us locally. Once again, another strong storms of high winds, rain, and lightning are headed in for Coweta County here. I saw Coweta County school buses come by. Some of the schools are delayed for a couple of hours, and it may even be longer than that. The ones that check with your local schools as you get closer to that 2-hour mark, for those of you that have a 2-hour mark in some of the schools, because with this storms coming through and parts of Barber County and Pike County in Alabama down there, and that's down near Eufaula and everything, getting tornado watches in effect till about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Central, and parts of Georgia getting in Barnesville, Cairo. I'm just seeing Cairo now coming up in here. Bainbridge, you guys are listening. I know we got listeners in all those areas. They're tuned in. Guys, be careful and be ready. We'll keep you abreast of what's going on with that and come throughout the entire morning. We still have Richard Holdridge joining us for the Friday Night Light Scoreboard. That's coming up about 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, 7:30 Central. That's coming up about 30 minutes past the hour of the second period. But we'll get you more news coming up at the top of the hour and events and everything that are straight there for you. If you see something I don't see, shoot us an email at 99classicrock@gmail.com. I prefer you to come into the feeds and let me know, because I'll get a quicker response to that and get it out there, as well as we're on the YouTube page, the WQEE Key YouTube page, and you can see a little bit in the background there on my page there. We're on the Facebook page, WQEE Key Facebook page. We are also on the Ryan O'Neill Facebook page. The light just blinkered here in the studios. Just blinked in the studios. We're on the Ryan O'Neill page and RyanORadio Penitentiary page. We're all over our different feeds and streaming, and we're on WQEE 99.1 FM The Key. Hopefully we don't go off this morning. If not, I will be on the YouTube page and everything to be able to bring you that. Stay with us, more on the way. RyanORadio Penitentiary cruises on. Period number 2 up next.
Ready to press a bit further on the pedal. Matt Mattinson has more.
Waymo announced it will start testing its cars on freeways in the coming weeks. It'll first be tried out in Phoenix, Arizona. At the moment, employees of the company, so-called Waymonauts, will be the only ones allowed to take the trips and provide feedback. Waymo called the test especially important as it expands its services to other cities. The company also serves in San Francisco and Los Angeles, and most recently, Austin, Texas.
The NRA civil corruption trial is underway in Lower Manhattan.
It comes just days after the longtime head of the NRA, Wayne LaPierre, resigned citing health reasons. He led the prominent gun rights.
Keep going up, guys. Let everybody know.
Years. New York Attorney General Lakeisha James's lawsuit against LaPierre, the NRA, and 2 other executives accuses them of violating nonprofit laws and misusing millions of dollars of NRA funds to fund their lavish lifestyles. The trial is expected to last 6 weeks, and they say there'll be around 120 witnesses. Lisa G., NBC News Radio, New York.
According to the January newsletter from the National Institute of Health, researchers are looking at how AI can help improve healthcare. AI is already being used in medical imaging by searching through CTs and MRI scans for health issues like cancer and heart disease. AI researchers say the technology can look at images very closely in a way that's much more detailed than what we can do with the human eye. Chatbots are also increasing in popularity as a way to find health information, and with a shortage in mental health care providers, may be able to fill in some gaps. Detroit automakers will not be airing News Radio.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use in 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 866-89-BIBLE. That's
866-89-BIBLE.
866-89-BIBLE.
WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, Noonan, Sharpsburg, Franklin, LaGrange.
NBC News Radio, I'm Mark Mayhew. Former President Trump is scheduled to appear in 2 different courtrooms this week over efforts to overturn the 2020 election and his civil fraud case. Today, judges in a Washington, D.C. federal appeals court will decide if Trump has presidential immunity when it comes to any actions taken regarding the election. Then on Thursday, he'll be in New York for closing arguments in the fraud case, where that state's attorney general is seeking more than $370 million from Trump and his co-defendants. Protesters calling on President Biden to push for a ceasefire in Gaza.
That's all right. That's all right.
Demonstrators interrupted Biden's speech yesterday in the South Carolina church where 9 black worshipers were gunned down by a white supremacist in 2015. Protesters shouted, "Ceasefire now" at the president before they were escorted out. Biden responded, saying he's pushing Israel to pull back their military operations in Gaza. Both United and Alaska Airlines found loose bolts during examinations of their aircraft. The inspections of their 737 MAX 9 fleet came after a door plug was blown out of an Alaska Airlines plane over the weekend. Hundreds of Alaska Airlines passengers still remain stranded after the FAA rerouted all Boeing 737 MAX 9s. A Tampa Bay Rays player accused of sex with a minor is out of jail on bond in the Dominican Republic. RyanShelander has more.
Reports say Wander Franco has put up $34,000 bond and has to check in every 30 days. He's accused of a wrongful relationship with a 14-year-old girl. Ray's shortstop has been off the field since the team and Major League Baseball placed him on leave in August. I'm RyanShelander.
And the Michigan Wolverines are the college football playoff national champions. Michigan defeated Washington 34-13 in the championship game at Energy Stadium in Houston. The Wolverines earning their first national title since 1997. You're listening to the latest from NBC News Radio.
Hi, Lisa Wolf to tell you that the 5-hour Hollywood 360 show and the 30-minute Radio Rarities podcast can be emailed to you every Monday via digital download link that never expires. That's 24 classic radio shows per month, plus the games, celebrity interviews, music trivia, and much more. Listen to Hollywood 360 and Radio Rarities whenever you'd like. Visit
We got Shane B on the way, and we've got Richard Holdred on the way.
Performing Arts invites you to travel to the magic world of ancient China. Experience a monster culture brought to life with incredible classical Chinese dance, magical scenery, and soul-stirring music. Coming to Atlanta Symphony Hall, January 5th through 14th. Visit Shinny.com/Atlanta or call 877-285-7465.
Where can you be a star athlete and a math superstar? Where can you prepare for graduate school or your dream job and make friends for the journey? Where can you challenge your mind and inspire your soul? Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu.
Hey sports fans, it's Rod Peterson here, host of the Rod Peterson Show, inviting you to join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because it is. You've never heard another show like it because we make the listeners a part of the show every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern. You'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear you. That's the Rod Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Hey, sports fans. Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Drive time on WQEE. Braves Country is a Southern sports talk show with Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. That's Braves Country with Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. Weekdays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Sweetland on Ice, LaGrange, Georgia's family-friendly winter extravaganza, November 17th through February 11th. Magical movie nights, food truck Friday nights beginning in December. Weather updates, hour changes on the Facebook at Sweetland on Ice or Instagram at Sweetland on Ice Official. For party information, booking information, and come on out for free just to hang out, contact Lizzie at sweetlandamp.com. Lizzie at sweetlandamp.com. The views and opinions of this show
Here we go.
are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clients.
Haven't heard anything about that yet. I'll ask Richard when he comes in or comes on. That's a good question.
You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, Noonan, Georgia.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back into period number 2 of your favorite radio show. That's right. The real news like it is. You're in lockdown with us this morning. We've got a lot of stuff for you. We're going to jump into some news, give you some updates. We've got more on the Epstein's list, part number 4. This is getting worse for those on that list. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary is who it is. I am the one, the only Ryan O'Neal, of course. And you know I'm the game. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast Shout Out Loud. Across that RyanORadio media page. Earth, Rock, Radio, New Mexico, the Navajo Nation, and Arizona. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, and finally, Jordan Communication, a family radio stations, East Alabama, West Georgia, including right here at the heartbeat of Atlanta, 99.1 FM, WQEE The Key, home of Southern sports and inspirational talk. That's right, we got a lot in store for you this hour. The Straight Edge Independent Skeptic going to bring you the latest update in the Epstein's list. We'll get you news and weather and stuff that's going on in just a few. We'll get you ready for a full day. And Richard Holdridge joins us as well. But to my haters, I got one thing to say to you. Listen up, haters. Dadgum straight, I'm the man around here. That is right. That is right. That is right. Welcome back into the RyanORadio Penitentiary at 7 minutes past the hour radio news time. We are 49 degrees. Storm, thunder, and lightning is in the forecast. I am looking at outside and seeing Coweta County school buses making their way off to school. So the Coweta County schools are going to start on time this morning, where a number of other schools are not. A complete rundown of all those schools that are going to be 2-hour delays and some closed are going to be right there on our WQEE. That's WQEE page, WQEE page. Check it out on WQEE Facebook page, and we got a list of them right there for you. All right, we're going to get right into it this morning. We got some news we're going to talk about. We're going to go inside the Friday Night Light scoreboard. It's lighting up as we speak right now. Richard Holdridge is going to join us this morning, and we're going to talk the Michigan defeating the Wolverines, dominating the Huskies last night in the Natty. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk about who's out, when, and where, and why. Gail had a great question. Is Derrick Henry leaving the Tennessee Titans, or is their head coach out? Well, we'll get you some Black Monday news from the NFL coming up. We know that Arthur Smith was the first one cut from our team in Atlanta. We'll talk more about that coming up for you. And we'll get Richard's thoughts on all that and who he thinks should be coming in. Before we get into anything else, let's do some headline news for you, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up from our friends at the Noonan Coweta scanner traffic here in Noonan, they said a single-family home structure fire, possibly lightning strike near Thomas Way of Franklin Road. Residents are reporting smoke in the residence and units are on their way. That happened about 10 minutes ago. So units were on their way. Ladies and gentlemen, a complete rundown of your school closings and delays are on the WQEE Key Facebook page. Coming up tomorrow night, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis are the only two candidates that are going to be a part of the final debate for the Republican primary debate in Iowa on Wednesday. The debate of Drake University in Des Moines will be the first to only have two of the candidates, 9 p.m., airing on CNN, and it's going to have Jake Tapper and Dana Bush as the moderators. Ramaswamy, thank God, is not going to be able to be there, but Chris Christie, I wish he would have had neither one of them met the polling requirements to participate. Well, ladies and gentlemen, South Korea is going to make it illegal for you to eat dogs now by 2027. South Korea passed a law as of Tuesday that will ban the eating of dog meat by 2027. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Put a little hot sauce on it. And that's going to be the end of an industry that has been fallen out of favor among the youth. The youth are like, we do not want to eat dogs. What the hell is wrong with Grandpa? Also, ladies and gentlemen, LeBron James threw down a rim shot right there on top of a big dunk on Mr. Paul George as the LA Lakers beat the LA Chargers the other night. Oh, yeah, baby. James took flight, and he looked like he was, for about a minute, he looked like he was Superman in the third quarter of the 106-103 Sunday game as the LA Lakers are 18-19 on the season. They will be hosting Toronto tonight, 15-21, 10:30 p.m. in the Crypto.com arena. Ooh-wee. There you go. That's some of the headlines there. We'll get into the Epstein's list momentarily. I know some people want to hear that, but here's some other stuff that's going on. Israel-Hamas conflict now is going into 3 months. Airstrikes, ground strikes, and recently an airstrike killed 2 Palestinian journalists. The Biden administration is repeatedly asking for Israel to implement a plan to limit their offense in Gaza, launching out these brutal attacks as Israel is continuing to look to defeat Hamas, the terrorist. Well, we told you this story yesterday. It's worth repeating. George Owens of Leeds, Alabama, was arrested Thursday after crashing his vehicle outside a Bass Pro Shop, stripping down to the nude and diving right into an aquarium. Owens, I guess he didn't take the Alabama loss to Michigan too well. I guess he didn't take Michigan winning last night, did he? He was taken to a mental health facility for evaluation and then booked in the St. Clair County Jail. And that is some of the headlines this morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, still to come. We've got a lot in store for you. We're going to go inside the Friday Night Light scoreboard with Richard Holdridge in just a few moments. We're going to talk the Michigan-Washington National Championship game. We'll talk about what's going on next for the Atlanta Falcons. We've got Black Monday, and I'll ask him a couple of those questions that are on the screen there. You can get questions in. Now, guys, if you see something going on, we got some storms coming through the metro Atlanta area and Atlanta areas this morning into Alabama. Some of the schools are shut down today, closed today in Alabama and Georgia in our areas, and some of the schools, actually, ladies and gentlemen, are having a 2-hour delay. Coweta County schools are not in neither one of those lists. They are going on to school. I've seen buses come by. Be careful as you're out there, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like it's trying to light up, but it's still dark because of the rain. Rain showers, thunder showers, and flooding. Tornado watches for Barber County in Alabama all the way through 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Central over there, and also parts of Clay, Georgia under that as well this morning to 2 p.m. All right, we're going to move on over and down in Bainbridge, Georgia. They've got some tornado activity, tornado watch in effect there as well till 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, we got some listeners in those areas. I guess people are dropping off. I don't want to hear that. No, they're not. All right, let's do the Epstein's list. Victims are coming up. They were giving Victoria's Secret clothing forced into a routine sexual abuse. A new set of Jeffrey Epstein documents unsealed this past Monday revealed that the girls were brought to the pedophile island, were provided swimsuit and nightwear for Victoria's Secret. Some of them were models, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that makes you think about somebody in there. Uh-huh. No, man, don't talk about him. I love that person. I will fight you for somebody that's, I think is great, who's a liar. Everybody on these lists, I don't care whether they were accused of non-wrongdoing, is just terrible, terrible. All of the outfits, they were clothes that were provided on the island by Jeffrey Epstein, which were all Victoria's Secret clothing, nightwear, bikinis. And one of the accusers, Sarah Ramson, detailed in her documents, we were called on like a rotation visit for Jeffrey throughout the day and evening. I finished, another girl was called by Maxwell, and when they finished, another girl was called. Good Lord. Jeffrey wants to see you in his bedroom, which meant it's your turn to be abused. That kind of thing, she added. 3 big answers, ladies and gentlemen, coming from this. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you some of the scandals about some of the billionaires and politicians and royals and heads of state are a part of this. Sexual encounters. Now, no wrongdoing. Now there's papers coming out saying that there was sexual abuse with 2 of the former presidents that are on this list. One a Democrat representative and one a Republican representative. I guess when the other one was a Democratic time, that's why he was evil. But now that he's a Republican, he's not evil anymore, right? And there's no indication that even nearly the 3,000 pages of transcripts, legal memos, emails, and other records made public since Wednesday, that there's indication that there will be any convictions done to any of these people. Chris Tucker, we told you yesterday, the comedian, was on there. We told you over the weekend that Cat Williams, the comedian, come out telling about how all these other major comedian stars in his, I guess you would consider his opponents or so-called, he said they wasn't his competition. I'm like that too, Cat. Nobody else in this radio business and YouTube or anything's my competition, period. I tell it like it is, tell the truth. I have no competition. But I'm not really a big fan of his comedy, but I've got much respect for Cat Williams coming out and telling it like it is. Now, ladies and gentlemen, he didn't come out and jump on the Republican side of the QAnon conspiracy nuts. He didn't come out and jump on, let's be nice to the left-wing nuts. And I've been hearing people on both sides out kind of like trying to defend their parties and the people in their parties. Well, he's been accused of it, but what about him? You're not talking about him. No. And the thing about it is, the reality of it is, I'm telling it like it is. And people like me tell it like it is because, I didn't want to bend over for the Klan, just like he didn't want to bend over for them to get $50 million. That's what it is. It's all about. I'm sorry if it makes anybody mad, if the truth is coming out. It's God's people against them, the others. And when you try to say you're God's person and then you support any of these people that are, Cameron Diaz is the only one that's come out publicly trying to get her name off of there. But I'm feeling like majority of these women, especially these models, were the ones where you got your Victoria's Secret models over the years. Well, all these young 18-year-olds, they just got a career. I feel like a lot of them are that. I feel like a lot of them went and did Playboy because of that. I feel like a lot of them became these old men's wives. They picked out their favorite when they were on the island and then ended up marrying them years later. But you're not going to take that because maybe one of your favorites did that. Yep. There is other details coming out on this set of documents that so much is going on. Now, I don't really care, honestly, if Jeffrey Epstein was found dead or not, if he killed himself or not. He probably killed himself. And the reason I say this is he was in prison. And regular everyday prisoners that do other things wrong, they don't like rapists. They don't like child molesters. They don't like any kind of thing like that. They usually take them out. Ask Jeffrey Dahmer. Oh, you can't ask him. He's no longer with us, right? That's true. He's no longer with us. But of course, Epstein's brother's trying to say, well, it's cause of death. You didn't kill him. Whatever. You can get on. You're gonna get on the guy that's on Twitter that don't have as many viewers as he had when he was on national TV, trying to push conspiracy theories, where every conspiracy nut out there goes, conspiracy's not true, man. Conspiracy's true. I know my high school education GED told me I knew more about this than somebody with an education. And I'm not going to have them institutionalize me and try to teach me stuff. That's why I didn't go to school. No, why you didn't go to school is you wasn't smart enough to pass the class. It wasn't because you were too smart for school. Come on. Dang, Ryan's going to piss somebody off. I don't care. I don't care. I was listening to some left-wing show. Usually I appreciate the differences in the right and the left wing and let them do their thing. But when you're just kind of like coming off on MSNBC's Morning Joe guy and he's like wanting to call out, Democrats and Republicans, and they're like, he shouldn't be calling out the Democrats. No, he should be calling them out. He should call everybody out. That's what being an independent is, ladies and gentlemen. Calling everybody out and not caring. But then you won't make your money on one side or the other. Who cares? People are not making money on that now. Honestly, every time I hear from somebody who's a considered straight up conservative radio or straight up conservative or liberal radio, they're all saying, we're having a hard time. No wonder. You're diving deeper and defending one side or the other. There was 2 presidents, a president and wife and a vice president on this list. Of course, all of them have not been accused of wrongdoing. I got to put that out there. But there's further details into this 3,000 page deposition that's saying that these people had something to do with these young women. And now Victoria's Secret was provided to them. Now you know where your models came from. Now it's going to start making men sick, good men sick, going, oh, really? That model could have been, she could have been one of the victims. And it starts making you think. Now, people are going to pop off because they don't want to hear this because they're just great and wonderful. But, wow. 128-page report was produced by the Department of Justice, which concluded prison staff made errors and blamed long-standing operation challenges for Epstein's death. Okay, who cares? I've been saying this since day one. He's a pedophile, and I don't really care. Okay, that makes me mean. Hey, I'm a Christian. I'm calling out evil. That's evil. Okay, he's evil. He got what he deserved, whether he killed himself or not. He was going to die either way because being in the prison system, some guy that got put in there for smuggling arms to another country or selling drugs or whatever else they did to get put in there, they would have called him in the shower and got rid of him. Just like Jeffrey Dahmer was caught in a work detail and was taken out by a fellow inmate. I mean, it's not like that. It's not like that wouldn't have happened. So I don't really care. I'm not going to get into lies. Everybody calls them conspiracy theory. I'm not going to get into lies about it. I don't care whether the man killed himself or somebody else killed him or not. It doesn't bother me. He was not a victim. He victimized young girls. He provided young girls to people like Prince Andrew. There's people on that list that half of y'all don't want to believe it. No. He turned around. He didn't do anything once he found out. No, they all did. Now it's starting to come out more into depth. Every day something different is being let go. There's additional things happening. And I know people don't want to hear it about some of their favorite people, but if you're a hardcore Democrat or you're a hardcore Republican, I hate to tell you this. Some of your representatives were on that island. And some of the people you liked and thought did great jobs were a part of that venue. Of course, not being accused of wrongdoing. I got to put that out there. You've got to stop thinking that just you're a good guy, and everybody that on your side is a good guy, and everybody on that other side is a bad guy. Cat Williams put it perfectly. It's It's God's people against the others. And the others are them that want to do the things that they want to do to Cat Williams to try to make him sell out to Satan. Same thing the Klansmen and other people want to do. Of course, people are coming off because they don't want to hear the truth. No, he's not telling me what I want to hear. I'm never going to tell you what you want to hear. It's just the way it is. Sorry to hurt your feelings. I'm never going to tell you what you want to hear. Because I find this disgusting every day that this comes out. And knowing that those people that are on the list, whether they're accused of wrongdoing or not, it's making me sick to my stomach. And I'm not going to defend any of them. I'm not going to defend any of them. Especially when I've been in this business as long as I have. And there's people that make millions of dollars or way more money, and they're not even as good. Just like the way Cat Williams says, they're not as good as him because he didn't want to sell out and bend over for whatever. I didn't want to sell out to Satan. I'm never going to sell out to Satan. Sorry to hurt your feelings, but it's all crumbling down. Now, Satan's castle is crumbling down. And when somebody and finally everybody's starting to see, hey, what Ryan's been saying is everything he's saying has been coming true. His guest, Randy Rocket Cody, was on with him, told all these people's names 4 years ago. He got kicked off the internet for it. And probably even longer than that, but I know he's been on with me about 4 or 5 years telling it. And then Cat Williams comes out and says everything I've been telling everybody for years, or says it exactly the way the reason I decided not to do the things I did, turn my back on things, and work with good people rather than work with multi-millionaires that are going to sell out to Satan, and do evil things. Come on, guys. Hey, it's the truth is the truth. Well, God's backing me up with lightning. Truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. And I know some people don't like it, but the truth is truth is truth. Okay? And I may not ever go to a Cat Williams comedy show, but that man has my respect for everything. And no, he's not dropping the bomb just on the Democratic side. He's dropping the bomb on everybody. He's not just dropping the bomb on the so-called people who claim, I don't believe in God. He's dropping the bomb on the fake Christians. He's not just dropping the bomb on one side. He's dropping it on everybody. So if you think he's dropping it on one side, you got that wrong. He called them all out. Called Chris Tucker. He said, he used to be smoking, now he's Epstein's Island. I was like, what? He said, these people do all this just to get ahead in life. Now, one time did he get on there and say some lizard person conspiracy theory? You talking about Tom Hanks is on there? And that makes me sad because I liked Tom Hanks. But he's on the list. And even if there's no accusing of wrongdoing the same way as the two former presidents have not been, I still find it disgusting. Because the thing about it, I'm starting to realize if Epstein provided Victoria's Secret bathing suits and nightwear to these, I can't even say young ladies, I almost threw up in my mouth there, guys. That's not something you want to hear in the mornings. I know, I understand, but it was all these people on that list. And I know that, like I said, Cameron Diaz is coming out trying to defend, well, I never met him. Some of them women, I think, most of your models, most of your women that went to do Playboy afterwards, went and did a beauty contest, world beauty contest and everything. There's probably young ladies on that island, children on that island. So I know some people don't want to hear this. They don't want to hear it because some of their favorite people, if you're so hardcore Democrat or hardcore Republican or whatever, and you're not going to see what's right in your face after we've been talking about this for 4 years on this show with Randy Rocket Cody, he always had to bring it up. And I was like, hey, I got to tell you this, Ryan, I got to tell you that. This person, this person, this person, this person. He named all of these people that were the first ones named. He named them. And he's been doing it a lot longer than that. And he was pulled off of social media for it. And then once we presented it, There you go. But you got other people who are going to just deny it. No. My guy would never do that, and I'm going to keep voting for him. No, you're not. Don't vote for somebody who's on the plane. Just don't do that. All right, we're going to take a break. Back in a moment. Sorry to hurt your feelings, but I'm telling the truth. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. Go to our WQEE Key page, Facebook page, ladies and gentlemen. And on there, you're going to be able to see all the school closings and delays this morning. Coweta County is definitely not closed. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. A rundown of your forecast is next. And we go inside the Friday Night Light scoreboard next.
Time for your active weather forecast on this Tuesday. Cloudy and damp with rain this morning. Partly cloudy by the afternoon. Potential of flooding rains. High near 58. Wind south-southwest 15 to 25 miles per hour. Chance of rainfall 1%. 1-2 inches of rain expected today. Mostly cloudy skies tonight with a low near 32. Wind southwest 15 to 25 miles per hour. Winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour. For you Wednesday.
People are going to not want to come on and hear the truth there, Gail. They just want to continue to live in their imaginary worlds that it can't be happening to somebody they like. I wasn't surprised one bit. I'm like Cat Williams on this. I wasn't surprised one bit, ladies and gentlemen. I was not surprised. Because I've been in this business a long time. And if I wanted to sell out to Satan, I'd be a world famous drummer right now. I never told anybody this, but thank God Cat Williams came out. All right, let's take a look at good, it's going up.
Shopping for insurance doesn't have to be stressful. I'm Christy, owner of Ellsworth Insurance, located here in Newton, Georgia. We're an independent agency with access to multiple carriers for home, auto, life.
Not trying to piss anybody off, but I'm not gonna sit and defend somebody just cause I like their policies.
755-7053. We look forward to meeting you soon.
Storms coming in. What do you think? God's trying to tell people. He's trying to cleanse the world.
We're here every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock on WQEE. We look forward to having you join us. Our church offices are located in Sonoma, Georgia, 1655, Highway 16, Suite 102, Sonoma, Georgia. If you'd like to call us, our number is 770-755-8244, or you can reach me on Pastor Bob at bob@calvarysonoy.org. You also can go to our website at www.calvarysonoy.org.
Richard may not be able to make it because of the storms.
Join us at 10 o'clock right here.
This is Margie from Connecting Hearts Network. I'd like you to take just a moment and listen to Linda Kirkpatrick explain to you what Family Patterns Matters is all about.
Family Patterns Matter works with youth and their families to help overcome barriers that prevent their success. We meet twice a month with mentoring, tutoring, teaching life skills, resilience, gratitude, and kindness. We also bring music and art therapy. Please visit our website at www.familypatternsmatter.org.
Hank Arnold here for Coweta Force. Coweta Force is Newman's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is
WQEE.
www.
Hey, dude, are you still on the road?
Follow us on Facebook.
Yeah, it's pouring down rain. It's I don't know how.
Well, man, you don't need to be on the phone if it's because I know it's bad out there. If you don't, if you need to pay attention to the road, that's fine. We can reschedule something for next week or something.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm open to.
All right.
It's okay. I'm open to.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just taking it slow, anyways. There's no rush for me to get to work.
It's always good to have a job and a boss that's like that.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're getting ready to come on, my friend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. Friday Night Light Scoreboard. Friday nights are a great night for sports and football, and so is Tuesday mornings. It's Twisted Tuesday, as always. Back with us again this morning. He is the host of Weekdays, the Sports Beat, 2 to 3 p.m. here on the network. He writes for the Chattahoochee Valley Living. He's been a broadcaster and broadcasting games from baseball to football to high school football to high school basketball, baseball with Georgia Alabama Sports Live. He was with the Columbus Chattahoots and Chattahoochee Monsters this past summer, Columbus Lions, and did Columbus Rapids soccer over the season. That and more, plus being a military man, a father, and a husband. Please welcome our good friend Richard Holdridge. Good morning, Richard.
Hey, good morning, Ryan. I don't know if you can hear me too well. I'm actually, you can tell it's raining pretty hard. I just wanted to say to everybody, stay safe out there.
Yeah, it is. We got major storms coming through in parts of Clay County, Georgia, and Barber County, Alabama. Got tornado watches up until about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. So a lot going on. A lot of schools are going to virtual learning, or they're taking the day off, or they're waiting a couple of hours. The only school that's brave enough to go to school is right here in Coweta County, and they are already in school. Woo. Anyway, let's jump into this. Monday was Black Monday, and we're going to talk about that here in just a few moments. I've even got a question from a Tennessee fan for you here in just a moment. But first, and before we get into Arthur Smith and all that, let's talk about last night's Natty game. Let's talk about Michigan, Washington. Michigan doing it, and of course, everybody expected that. Your thoughts overall over the game last night between Michigan and the Washington Huskies?
Well, I thought Michigan did what they were expected to do, and that was play smash mouth football. The only concern was Michael Penix Jr. with the big play capability, but Michigan did a good job putting the safety over the top, making sure that Michael Penix did not beat them with a big play over the top. And, he did get his yard.
Right.
He did throw an interception to start the second half. He was able to move the ball on Michigan. I thought was huge was that Michigan's red zone defense kept them out of the end zone that first drive.
Right.
But up 17-3, and then Michael Penix got that touchdown to make it 17-10. Going for it on fourth down. I mean, they took some chances. They had the ball to start the second half. I thought it was going to be an exciting game, but Michigan pulled away with that interception, and well deserving of a national championship. And congratulations to Jim Harbaugh. Michigan wins their first national championship since 1997. And this national championship, they don't have to share with anybody.
Right.
So, it's been years since they've actually outright won a national championship. So I'm just happy for Big Blue Nation, happy for the Michigan Wolverines fans.
Yep. Well, I tell you what, Richard, the thing about it is this is a year that's going to be remembered because this is the last year of the top four teams playing off, because we go into a 12-round playoff next season. So this is kind of a special season.
Yeah, somebody shared on social media, you better get used to it, because when we get to a 12-team playoff, you're going to have two SEC teams in the championship.
Oh, I can see that.
I'm like, oh, okay. Well, possibly.
Yep.
The SEC is still the best conference in football.
Yep.
That's my opinion. But I'm really looking forward to that 12-team playoff. It's just going to be wild, especially that week where they have like 5 playing 12 and 6 playing 11.
Right.
Man, get ready.
I'm ready for it.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be a great season next year, and And the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to besides that, what a great year it was. Now, Michigan and Washington's going to get a little revenge next year because they're going to be in the same they're going to be playing one another next year. So, so Washington's going to come back from some revenge going towards the end of the season as 2024 becomes 2024-2025 SEC or college football season, which is later on this year. So Washington, they're going to want some revenge on their mind. And the Huskies did good. I got to give them credit. And to me, the two top teams, number one, number two, they deserve to be in it. Even though I would have rather seen an SEC team, I do give these two teams credit. So it was great. Can't wait for more. But we're not done with football yet. Everybody keeps saying, like, okay, once the college football game is over, championship game is over, it's over. No, we still got NFL and down the line UFL, which is combining XFL and USFL, and we still got CFL. So there's more football around the nation. Let's talk about Black Monday. Atlanta Falcons. I want to start with them first. Arthur Smith gone from the team after 3 seasons. Your thoughts on that and who you think should take his position?
Well, it was a huge disappointment. We had a lot of high expectations because Arthur Smith was the hot coordinator.
Right.
What the Falcons do, they hired a hot coordinator, and just about every time the Falcons make progress. Jim Mora makes the playoffs all the way to the NFC Championship in 2004. Mike Smith, he gets the Falcons to the NFC Championship, the winningest coach in Falcons history. Dan Quinn gets them to the Super Bowl. Arthur Smith with 3 straight 7-10 seasons. And this has been the worst Falcons coach since Bobby Petrino.
Whoa! Wow.
There has been we have so much expectation. We finally get an offensive coach to help out Matt Ryan, and the team just regressed. They could not get out of their own way. You draft all this talent. You get all this talent in free agency on defense. You have a cupcake schedule gift wrapped to you, and you finish 7-10.
Yes.
And it's not all Arthur Smith's fault.
No.
Desmond Ritter.
Oh, God, yes.
Cost him his job. Desmond Ritter was the worst quarterback in the NFL.
No doubt about that. And Falcon fans were feeling the same way, and it was a little too late when Heineke took over, and he did all right in some of those games, but it was a little too late, as they would say. And so, I mean, who do you think needs to come in, take over as the head coach for the Atlanta Falcons? There's rumors of Bill Belichick, because supposedly he may not be with the Patriots next season. There's rumors of Bill Belichick all over Sports Atlanta podcasting and programming and online everywhere. Who do you think would be the one to come in?
So I was listening to Atlanta Sports Talk Radio because I wanted to feel the vibe of what Falcon fans feel what should happen.
Right.
And I don't think the Falcons should hire the hot coordinator. There's talks about offensive coordinator Ben Johnson from Troy.
Right.
I think they need to get somebody who has been a head coach before.
Yes.
Bill Belichick. Realistically, I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't either.
You got to get the quarterback right.
Exactly.
Got to get the quarterback right. I'm looking at mock NFL drafts. They have the number 8 pick. You go get either Bo Nix or Michael Penix Jr. That is no question. They have to draft a quarterback.
Right.
And also, the move I would make, I would try to do everything I can. Maybe give up a second round, a third round to go get Justin Fields. It's not going to work in Chicago. Chicago is going to get Caleb Williams.
Yep.
Justin Fields just doesn't fit what Chicago is trying to do. It's an outdoor team,
True.
bad weather. Justin Fields, he throws for less than 60% of his completion. He's the perfect quarterback for the zone.
Yes, bring him back to Atlanta.
You know, it's going to be looking like first of all, he's a hometown guy.
Exactly.
And he's electric. It'd be Michael Vick 2.0. I mean, it really.
Oh, God, yeah. We need that. Without the dogs. But, yeah, we definitely need that. And I agree with you. The only way to get a Bill Belichick is to get a coach like that we got to get a good quarterback. Justin Fields would be great, but if Bill Belichick came with us, he'd have to bring Tom Brady, and Tom Brady doesn't want to come out of retirement. So, that's all joking aside. But some other teams yesterday's head coaches left as well. What about the Washington Commanders?
Well, Ron
Rivera's gone.
Season, it just wasn't working out.
Yep.
And I think that the Commanders, they got a new ownership. They got the number 2 overall pick. They're going to draft a quarterback, more than likely Drake May. I think that they've got to get the coach right. And you're talking about a franchise.
Right.
They moved on to Dan Snyder, who's one of the worst owners in football.
True.
You got the new ownership group. They want to get a big splash. I think they are going to go after Bill Belichick. They might go after Jim Harbaugh.
I can see that.
But what about John Gruden? There's talks that John Gruden is going to go be the offensive coordinator for the New Orleans Saints. No, I think John Gruden can be an NFL head coach again.
I can see it. Yes. Well, that's looking good. I got a listener from Tennessee that wants to know any news on Derrick Henry leaving Tennessee, or maybe their head coach being fired. Your thought?
Well, first of all, I don't think Mike Vrabel's going anywhere. I know he has interest in taking the Patriots job. I mean, if Belichick leaves the Patriots, the Patriots might have to give up compensation to go get Mike Vrabel.
Okay.
I think Mike Vrabel is safe. I don't think he gets fired in Tennessee. I believe Derrick Henry did play his last game in Tennessee. I mean, for the first time ever, we've seen a player give a farewell speech.
Right. So there you go. That's what I.
Free agency. So he's 30 years old, and we know the shelf life for running back like maybe 6 years. And
Exactly.
So 30 is very old for a running back. I don't know what the market is for a 30-year-old running back, even though he's still one of the top 5 running backs in the league.
Right.
I just think that the running back position, you don't want to overvalue it, because when the Cowboys gave Ezekiel Elliott all that money, they really suffered. He was a shell of himself, and he was definitely a shell of himself in New England.
Right.
I could see a veteran team like Kansas City or Baltimore giving Derrick Henry a minimum contract. Derrick Henry needs to go somewhere where he can get less money and just get a ring.
There you go.
Really, they need to restructure his contract. And he's probably going to go to a championship contender, like on a minimum salary.
There you go. I could see that. Let's talk about the wild card games coming up this weekend. Who's in it? Who's already kicked their way all the way past the wild card games? Let's talk a little bit about NFL. It is that time of year, getting prepared for the Super Bowl next month. Let's talk about this weekend, Richard.
Well, first of all, how about this fascinating matchup?
Oh, yes.
You got the Texans, the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
The Texans and the Browns.
Woo!
You got Joe Flacco, 39 years old, taking on C.J. Stroud, who's 22. I mean, even though Deshaun Watson is not playing in this game, both teams have Deshaun Watson. You got that matchup. Kansas City, Miami. Tyreek Hill goes back to face his former team in Arrowhead, which is going to be like 9 degrees. I mean, that is terrible weather for the Dolphins. I don't know how the Dolphins win this game.
Right.
Sunday's got a pretty good triple header. The Steelers and the Bills.
Ooh.
I just can't believe the Steelers made the playoffs.
What?
Situation. Mike Tomlin has got to have consideration for Coach of the Year, getting this Steelers team to the playoffs.
We know,
I
Coach.
just don't know if they have a chance against Buffalo. Buffalo firing on all cylinders. They got
Right.
2 seeds. They look like a Super Bowl contender. And then you got the primetime game. Oh boy, Cowboys Packers. You can't ask for a better matchup. And then to top it all off, Rams Lions. Jared Goff goes back to face his former team. Matt Stafford faces his former team.
Unbelievable. I tell you what, let's go back to that Bills Steelers game right quick. I was talking to Coach Lewis yesterday from Landmark Christian, and he's got friends on both. He's got coaching staff friends, members of the coaching staff on both teams, Steelers and Bills, this weekend. So he said he's going to have to wear a Steelers hat and a Bills jersey while he's watching the game. So, Some coaches that they have all the bad luck, right? He's got to choose between two friends' teams.
Oh boy, yeah. I just don't see a situation where the Steelers win this game.
No.
Buffalo is just they are the hottest team in the league. Who would have thought they were 6-6? They were on the outskirts of the playoffs, and they fired their offensive coordinator.
Yep.
They get in Joe Brady. Joe Brady's the reason why LSU won a national championship in 2013.
True.
That Joe Brady is your OC. And James Cook becomes a Pro Bowl running back. You're centering your offense around James Cook. And Josh Allen doesn't have to do a lot. He was trying to put on the Superman cape.
Right.
He has a turnover prone and cost the Bills a lot of games early in the season. Now he's playing different. The Bills have still a very good defense, even though they do have a lot of injuries. I think the Bills are the biggest threat to the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was thinking. And then let me tell you, with the Ravens already advancing, there's a team that I've been calling all season. I'm going to do my best Paul Heyman impersonation. Brock Purdy and the 49ers. I've been telling you since the beginning of this season, after the first couple of games, I feel your 49ers are going to be in the Super Bowl. And right now, I kind of feel if they get into the Super Bowl, they're going to win it. Your thoughts on your 49ers and how you think people in San Francisco are feeling about, I mean, especially after Giants year and the MLB and everything going on with the Golden State Warriors, how do you think 49ers fans are feeling right now?
Well, they have the first round bye. They will not play until the divisional round. There are four opponents that they could face.
Right.
Only opponent that scares me.
Okay.
I think that could beat them is the Rams.
Okay.
And so the Rams play the Lions. If the Rams beat the Lions, and if the Cowboys beat the Packers, the Rams are going to be playing the 49ers in the divisional round. If the Packers beat the Cowboys, they'll be playing the 49ers.
Okay.
If all the home teams win on Sunday, the winner of that Monday night football game between the Eagles and the Buccaneers will be playing the 49ers. Huge advantage to the 49ers.
Yes.
Because both those teams will be playing on a short week.
Right.
I almost guarantee you the 49ers are going to have that Saturday game.
Yeah.
Playing on Saturday.
You're right.
And if not, if they play on Sunday, that's even it's still a short week. But the 49ers always seem to play a divisional round game on Saturday. So we'll see what happens. I think that the Cowboys and the Lions in the divisional round, that would be must-see TV. That the Lions feel that they should be the number 2 seed.
Mm-hmm.
But they should have, if the 49ers lost to the Rams, the Lions would have gotten home field advantage.
Right.
They feel they were robbed. Their offensive linemen did report the refs cost the Lions the game against the Cowboys, and they're going to be out for revenge if they have to play the Cowboys. But they got to get past the Rams. That's going to be tough because the Rams are one of the hottest teams going into the playoffs.
Right. There you go. Well, I tell you what, as always, I've loved talking football. We've got a big week ahead. Congratulations to Michigan. Tell everybody how they can follow you, all that good stuff. And today's Sports Beat from 2 to 3 p.m. on the network. What you got going on? Give us all the deets, as they would say.
All right, you can follow me on the X at SportsRichardH. You can follow me on Facebook. I've also got a YouTube page you can subscribe to. On the show today, I do my national championship recap, elaborate a little bit on Black Monday, and I have Joe Howard, the voice of the Flint River Wildcats.
All right.
And Tampa Bay's own 95.3 Jay Retcher, just previewing that upcoming Tampa Bay and Philly game. So it's a good lineup again. I'm excited about today's show. And of course, Griff Berenger and I have done our Georgia Alabama Sports Live show. We plan on doing a show later tonight. I'll try to air those shows later in the week. But it's a very busy week on the sports beat, and a lot of good content coming up, especially with the college football season wrapping up and we're getting ready for the NFL playoffs.
It definitely is. But we're not done with football because we got a lot of football to talk about going towards spring football with the new UFL. We'll get your details or your thoughts on that later on. Well, Richard, we appreciate you being with us. We're going to let you out on good behavior. Be careful out there. We're going to take a break. Back in a moment. This has been the Friday Night Lights Scoreboard with Richard Aldridge this morning, right on the network, 99.1 FM, WQEE The Key, and the RyanORadio Penitentiary. All right, brother. Good as always.
I appreciate that.
It's always fun to be able to get in here and do that. Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, my friend. I'm going to let you get back to it. I don't know if you're at work yet or if you're still driving. So,
Yeah, I'm still driving.
all right. Well, I'll let you get back to paying attention to the road so you don't get in trouble.
All right.
All right. Talk to you later. All right. Bye.
Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
Contract with the franchise and plans to continue working as hard as he can to help the team win next season. The Jags parted ways with defensive coordinator Mike Bob.
I want to thank Respect to A. Atlanta had us join with them. We love you guys. We are Braves fans here at the station. Way to go.
Rallied to beat the Celtics, but Tyrese Halliburton left in the second quarter with a hamstring injury. That's sports. Ron Tomas, NBC News Radio.
Okay, we thought we got rid of that.
Hi, I'm Amy with Colors of Realty. My husband Todd and I serve the Columbia and local area. Our purpose at our first meeting is to learn your goals, answer questions, and provide resources so that you can make the best decision for you and your family. 678-525-0047 to schedule a free consultation today to discuss your real estate needs. You don't have to do this alone.
Shopping for insurance doesn't have to be stressful. I'm Christy, owner of Ellsworth Insurance, located here in Newnan, Georgia. We're an independent agency with access to multiple carriers for home, auto, life, health, and commercial insurance. We're your one-stop shop for your insurance needs. www.insuranceWithEllsworth.com 770-755-7053. We look forward to meeting you soon.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rod Peterson here, host of the Rod Peterson Show, inviting you to join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like it because we make the listeners a part of the show. Every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern, you'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear you. That's the Rod Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
What is good? 99.1 WQEE The Key. We got the hottest new show coming to you live, the Jet Stream. Tune in every Saturday on your 9 a.m. morning drive. You are live. Sports talk. Sports Center radio show. We play at 8 p.m. live only on WQEE 99.1 The Key, the heartbeat of Atlanta, Southern Fox, and sports. Tune in to live and see sports talk.
Extra, extra, extra. God's newspaper boy, Elder Gerald Alfred is inviting you to listen in to the Voice of Reason broadcast, bringing you fresh revelation from God's Word for today every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. I'll have a seat for you Sunday morning at 11 a.m. on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commando of the 45's Affair radio show, where I play all vital 45s. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, Newnan, Georgia.
Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. What's up, Sportsnet inmates and more? Still to come, Shane B and I are going to talk about top 10 movies over the weekend, what's hot, what's not, and all that's coming for you right here on 99.1 FM WQEE, Metro Atlanta, and Atlanta's real inspirational talk and, of course, sports station. An accident is with injuries at 49, the 49-mile marker south of I-85 this morning. A single vehicle accident, unknown injuries, and unknown blockage at that time. That happened about 20 minutes ago. That just coming in from our friends at Noonan, Coweta Scanner in traffic. We appreciate them. Stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff in store for you. Be careful. Raining hard out there in the Metro Atlanta and Atlanta areas, East Alabama, West Georgia. And of course, there is a tornado watch under effect for some of the areas. Barber County up to 1:30 Eastern, 1:30 p.m. I'm up to 1 p.m. Central Time. Up to 2 p.m. Eastern Time, it is Clayton County, Georgia. So Barber County, Alabama, Clayton County, Georgia under those. And Bainbridge, Georgia has got a tornado watch in effect as well to about that time. We appreciate all you guys being with us. It's time for us to head into some entertainment. Let's do some straight up entertainment next, right here on the RyanORadio Penitentiary.
Record label is announcing a reworked album releasing exclusively for this year's Record Store Day. The announcement of Waiting and Standing Before the Stardate came to Earth marked what would have been Bowie's 77th birthday. Waiting in the Sky was created using the original track listing for what eventually became the Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust, Spiders from Modern's album. It features 4 songs from
Ziggy Stardust.
Ziggy Stardust album. The tracks are Round and Round, Amsterdam, Holy The Record Store Day exclusive vinyl album hit shelves April 20th. Actor Jonathan Majors says he plans to appeal his assault conviction. The Marvel Studios saw Good Morning America and
give the man his due.
Read in his first interview since the conviction, he said he has no question he was not responsible for his ex-girlfriend's injuries. Majors was let go by Marvel following the guilty verdict and has been dropped from several other projects since last year's arrest. He's scheduled to be sentenced next month. Former President Obama is now a 2-time Emmy winner, taking home his second at the Creative Arts Emmy Award ceremony Sunday night, winning for Outstanding Narrator for his Netflix documentary series Working What We Do All Day, beating out Morgan Freeman, Angela Bassett, Pedro Pascal, and Mahershala Ali. His other Emmy win came in the same category in 2022. That's entertainment. Steve Greenfield, NBC News Radio.
WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, Noonan, Sharpsburg, Franklin, LaGray.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Yes, I am live. How did you know? It says I'm live.
CBS meteorologist David Parkinson from places like Raleigh and their suburbs east into a place like Greenville on the Outer Banks, and then down to Wilmington, Myrtle Beach, Charleston, and even Savannah. The risk of tornadoes is there.
Parts of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut could get up to 5 inches of rain today. The storm unleashed blizzard conditions in Kansas yesterday. Aviation investigators are focusing on whether loose bolts were to blame for the door plug that came off an Alaska Airlines flight in midair last Friday. High school physics teacher Bob Sauer found it in his backyard near Portland, Oregon.
In the flashlight beam, I could see that
Thank God it was in his
gleaming light underneath the trees in the back that isn't normally there. And when I went to investigate it, it was very obviously part of a plane.
Officials say they've been finding loose parts on other grounded MAX 737s from Boeing as well. Hundreds of the planes are still grounded.
WQEE The Key. What's up, brother? How's it going? Oh, Lord. I hope everything was good over the weekend. I know you were really interested in watching Wonka. I saw something that was good, though. I saw something was good. I saw I saw somebody had put together Johnny Depp, Gene Wilder, and this new guy into some kind of meme. All of them playing Wonka meets Wonka meets Wonka. It was funny. I was like, this is the way the movie should have been. Well, it was a good weekend because Alabama didn't win the national championship this year. Again. Yeah.
We watched it together. It was scary
It definitely was. I'm sure Alabama fans were like, I told you we should have been in it. Yep, I'm sure they should have been in it. Oh, Lord. Well. Oh, man. Is it raining where you're at here in Georgia, or is it you guys getting any flooding up there?
I think it's been raining.
Yeah, they got some areas are under a tornado. Yeah, it's under a tornado watch in some areas, and some areas we're just getting floods. The school system here in Newnan is like, hey man, whatever, you're going to school, kids. We ain't taking 2 hours off. You're not gonna get 2 hours late. You're not taking the day off. It's not virtual learning. You bring your butts to school. Oh man, my Cowee County's like, hey, you going to school? Sorry. Everybody else has got either 2 hour delays or something. I was seeing the buses for Cowee County come from the radio station. I was like, I told you guys they're not going to be late for school. It's just how it is here. We don't. Dang.
Wow.
Is your neighbors that done? Your neighbors are not done working over there, are they? Oh no, they ain't gonna be working today. No, too muddy and everything. No, that wouldn't go over well.
I don't know thing about home construction too, like even if it's raining, we'll do interior stuff.
You know what? That would be a good idea that's you can do that. But painting's not good when it rains because you're not gonna be able to dry it. Sheetrock, yeah, they can do some sheetrock. I mean, hang it.
They put a weather guard on I was bringing the house a couple days ago. Now it's raining.
Oh, okay. All right, we're getting ready to go on, brother. It's the final period of play on this Twisted Tuesday. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you're in lockdown with us. We got a lot in store for you in this final period of play. We're going to go to the movies. That's right. The movies. We're going into the movies right now. Previews, reviews, and more coming up. Get your popcorn, your favorite soda, and your favorite candy treats next. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. You guys are in lockdown with me, the one, the only Ryan, of course. Yes, I am the game. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast, shout it out loud. Across that RyanORadio Penitentiary media page seems to be working on Spreaker, unlike the last one I was on. We're across Earth Rock Radio, Arizona, New Mexico, the Navajo Nations, internet and real radio there, British Columbia, Isles of Canada, and we're across the Jordan communication of family radio stations, East Alabama, West Georgia, including right here at 99.1 FM, WQEE The Key, the heartbeat of Atlanta, because we're live all day. And we are the home of Southern sports and inspirational talk. We're also live on our WQEE Key YouTube page, which is connected to all our social media sites, everywhere you need to be. And to my haters, well, listen up to this. And by the way, I don't hate my haters. I love my haters because they keep me going too. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into it. It's time to go to the movies with our movie reviewer, R. Cisco, R. Ebert. 2 thumbs up for movies, shows, Hulu, Netflix, whatever's going on. If it's good, if it's bad, well, he gives them the Stone Cold Steve Austin salute. Yeah, 2 other fingers. Please welcome our good friend, Shane B. What's up, Shane?
Good morning.
It is a Twisted Tuesday. We are ready for some movies. We're ready for some shows. We're ready what's hot, what's not. We all got all that going on. And of course, why not talk about movies and shows and everything? Because there's nothing else going on outside. It's raining, it's flooding, it's storming, hurricanes. I mean, as long as you got a satellite, if you got satellites, you'll probably be able to keep all of this. And internet, you'll be able to get all these movies. So let's talk about it. We had top 10 movies once again. Wonka took the #1 spot. And there was a few new movies in there. At number 2, number 3, of course, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, all that good stuff. Iron Claw, about the Von Erich family. Now, I'm going to ask you about this. That's the wrestling movie. Have you had an opportunity to, I know you've probably seen the previews, but have you had an opportunity to sit down and think about possibly watching this movie and reviewing it?
Just go check it out. I haven't not seen it yet. This is true for it. Oh, let's look at it.
Well,
That was something that sparked my interest. Yeah, I had to get this movie in a minute here.
Well, I tell you what, it's one of those that I haven't had an opportunity to check out yet, and I'm going to try to do myself. Being a wrestling fan and knowing the Von Erich family and knowing that a couple of wrestlers are in it. And the funny thing about it is MJF, the former AEW World Champion, is playing a wrestler in there. But guess who is playing Ric Flair? Will Ferrell is playing Ric Flair in this movie.
No, I did hear a lot of about that.
Woo! Woo!
Betrayal.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Lackluster weaknesses. Like, why would you pick the biggest goofball of all time to play this man, this legend?
I know, right?
That's what his character. He hasn't seemed to have taken roles seriously. He seems to be falling in some kind of typecast mode.
Yep.
Where he's portraying the same character everything he does now.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
How do you say, falling into a pattern to where,
I'm a goofball.
goofy.
I'm a goofball. Every guy plays a goofball. Yeah, I want to see his portrayal of Ric Flair, because if I was an actor and they said, hey, we want you to play Ric Flair, I'd be like, oh my God, I couldn't do it. I'd have to call Ric Flair up, because you know he's in Atlanta, and say, let me hang out with you a few hours so that I can portray you in the movie. Oh, man.
You gotta bring a certain level of charisma,
Yes.
power, and confidence
Yes.
to portray the great one. Such where
Woo! Yes.
we're champion. Top one.
Yeah, he's the kiss stealing. Kiss stealing. That's right. Only one other man could do the strut as well as Ric Flair, and that's Jeff Jarrett. And that's about all you're going to get with a strut. Only those two guys can do it. I've seen other guys attempt it. Now I'll take that back. Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal is another man that can do it. But of course, he knows how to do everybody's voices. So in wrestling. So, but other than that, I don't think you got too many people who can do that strut like Ric Flair. So, I don't know.
I would have had the Rock.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there'd have been a lot of people who could have portrayed it better, but hey, I want to see it just for that. Of course, it's based on the Von Erich family out of Texas, one of the Von Erich family, and their so-called curse and all this. And Kevin Von Erich is still alive, and his two sons are still wrestling. And the funny thing about it is, the two sons of Kevin Von Erich can actually wrestle better than most of the guys that they are trying to make stars out today in wrestling. Shane, it's like, put these two kids in there and let them be tag team champions or something, because they can actually wrestle. I mean, come on. But yeah, that's going to be a good movie to check out. I can't wait for you to check it out and give us your thoughts on it, because I know Will Ferrell's funny in other movies, and you're going to have some things to say about him. But is there any movies in the top 10, besides even The Color Purple is in the top 10, that you've got an opportunity to actually check out? We talked a little bit last week about The Color Purple. You said you were kind of afraid, but you heard some good things about it. Has there been any movies you've seen in the top 10?
We did check out The Color Purple. And it was about as what my sister described it as.
Okay.
An interesting concept portrayal combination of the original movie and the stage play.
Okay.
So I gave him credit for that.
Okay.
Not that I agree with it being made, but it wasn't that bad.
Whoa, cool.
It is better than I thought it would be. It's one of those movies but honestly wanted to go in hating.
Right.
And
Right.
it got surprised. And I'll give you credit. But it's still, I'm not gonna say it's better than the original, not at all.
Right, of course. But at least it wasn't. We talked about it before it come out a couple of months ago, that you were hoping that it wasn't going to embarrass the original movie and the concept and all of that. That it was a Color Purple was a movie of its generation, and being that we're hearing that it did not embarrass it, to me that's a great thing. That but then again, I heard that there were some people that was in the original movie that was a part of the concept behind this movie.
Well, a lot of things I went back to the marketing. They spent a lot of time marketing it as the story between two sisters. And first off, they weren't sisters.
Right.
And it really focused on Nadia's and Celia's relationship. They spent a lot of time really on that. It's not really what the original was about. It was showcased in the original one. But it was more of a story about Celia and what she ended up going through. Her story, and they focused it more. So why have one strong black female empowering character, and then we can have two strong black female characters? Well, they already found that.
Right.
Get more into the story, but I mean, it's look at it in the sense of one, like if you've never seen the original before or the stage play, I think you still have a enjoyable watch out of it. And it kept up with the theme of as the original. I have no idea when this movie is named The Color Purple.
Well, it's good to hear that. Like I said, it didn't go in a direction that would have embarrassed the original movie that came out. That was ahead of its time and part of a time that a legendary movie like that, and we've been talking about so many movies, and maybe they're starting to realize in Hollywood we need to start putting some concept behind some of these movies and not going too far with too much of our thought process, and just kind of like, okay, let's keep to an original idea and focus in on this person as the main character that we want you to follow. And there's always, in every movie, there's a main character. It doesn't matter whether it's a Terminator, it doesn't matter if it's Marty in Back to the Future, it doesn't matter who it is in whatever movie it is. That main character, you're following them and learning them and who they are as a person. And did that have that with the main character in this movie? Did it have, you knew this person, their ups and their downs, and you really got to know this person?
Oh, yes. Yes. And I'm kind of shocked that it dropped where it did in
Me too.
the box office. I don't understand how Wonka is number one.
Candy?
Even Night Swim. Well, I can see how Night Swim came in at number two. It's just new.
Right.
But looking at the trailers for that movie, it was like, I don't care.
Same here. It's like, I mean, that movie could have been over in like 10 minutes if you'd have called the right pool guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Clean out the pool, get the right pool guy, and you wouldn't even have to worry about it.
This Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is like, oh, it's just the first movie again. But superhero movie, yeah, it's a hero. And this is our last installment of the so
Right.
people when it saw it, some when it saw for that, some saw it for superheroes.
Yep, I can see that. I
I
think
noticed that. I started to watch something in the fall, just looking at all the trailers and reviews and everything. It's just like, no desire. Doesn't care for the first Aquaman movie.
Well,
We probably made it about halfway through that one.
See?
It's just like, I'm bored.
he was just kind of a secondary character in the Justice League, with all of them coming together and everything too. Maybe I think this Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom probably dived a little deeper into. This should have been the first one made, in my opinion. You're talking about it's kind of off the first one. This should have been the first one made, because it does give you a whole details of who he is and everything. You could have had a backstory without him becoming the king. He was automatically the king of the lost world of Atlantis and everything. So, and they end up having them become part of like the United Nations, I guess, at the end of this movie. And you can tell that there's going to be another movie coming, because I actually watched it, and you could tell at the end when they're let's just say that they coming together united, there's going to be another movie coming out, and I'm like, let's just say that I think there's going to be some Space Invaders or something. So it's probably going to combine with some of the other movies in the DC universe. So that's what.
See if they keep them relevant. I mean, there's lots of keeping Flash
Right.
going into this new phase of the DC.
Right.
And possibly Blue Beetle. I don't know why.
Me either.
And possibly Wonder Woman too.
Yeah.
So it is going to be an interesting record what James Gunn's going to do here. Who stays and who goes.
Well, you got that right. And speaking of that, I mean, we've already lost our Superman, and the Rock's not going to come. Rock's not going to come back as his character, and everything. So there's two characters right there that we're going to see. Boom. What are we going to do with them?
So we lost our Batman too. We're getting a new Batman.
Oh God, really? No Ben Affleck?
Batman. No, that's probably one of the most recast characters in cinematic history.
Amen. Amen. A lot more than Spider-Man. We thought Spider-Man was bad, but at least in the Spider-Man multiverse, they kind of explained it to us why they had different Spider-Man. It made a little bit more sense compared to every time we turn around, there's a different Batman. So, yeah. I'm still going to say this, though. I always like Michael Keaton's version of Batman a little better for the modern version, and Adam West will always be Batman to me. So, that's the two. Sorry.
Absolutely.
So,
And there was no noise made by having Golden Globes
right.
Sunday. And of course, no DC movie any of them made any noise. You know, there was a lot about Oppenheimer and Barbie and
Yeah.
more things. I don't see the other one, Anatomy of a Fall.
Yep.
They pretty much dominated the whole night.
Well,
Killers of the Flower Moon got some good awards too.
right. I mean, these movies were good movies. Yeah. I mean,
nothing in that superhero genre was just like, yeah, that's about right.
that's what I say. That's what I say. That's what I say. The Golden Globes the other night. But you know, at least some of the more popular movies, it reminds you of the good old days when you went and saw a movie and everybody loved it, like Oppenheimer. Everybody's like, oh, it's a long movie, it was a good movie. They come back and they win awards at the Golden Globes. It's like, okay, that seems right. If they hadn't won anything this year, that would have been like, okay, they ignored this movie. So, to me, it was the right thing to do. The awards went to the right people over the weekend. I mean, I love DC, but how many times can you see Superman, Aquaman, and Batman? How many awards are they going to get for that? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And speaking of Golden Globes, any other takes you took from Sunday night other than what you just said?
Just loving that Taylor Swift didn't want it. As she should not have had.
Well, there you go.
Not a movie.
No, it was a documentary. It was a behind the scenes concert. Yep.
Yeah, it was slightly shocking that Oppenheimer won Best Motion Picture over Killers of the Flower Moon.
Right.
Maestro.
Right.
But I'm not shocked.
I'm not either. I'm not.
Barbie lost.
Well, it was a Barbie movie.
Your musical or comedy section.
Right.
Most of 4 things.
See? It reminds me of the good old days of the Golden Globes where the movies that meant something, that had a background, that had a portion in reality based upon true stories, were winning the awards. And all the fun movies that as kids we thought, why didn't they win? So as we get older, we're starting to see, well, these movies like Oppenheimer, they deserve these awards because there was a lot put into it, and a lot of the story, and a lot of based on true stories and stuff. Barbie was just based on a toy. Cute little movie. It should have been a cute little movie. You and I talked about it before. There was things in that movie that we thought should have not been in that movie because it should have just been for a cute little movie for little girls to go watch, not grown men.
Yeah, I was a little shocked by which one was it? Best supporting actor. Robert Downey Jr. got it for Oppenheimer.
Yeah, did you see that? Iron Man.
Beat out Ryan Gosling for Barbie. As much as I hated the Barbie movie, Gosling was doing his thing.
Right, he was.
And I'm a little shocked. He didn't get it, but it was the messaging and this direction of that movie advertised itself as. But even beat Robert De Niro. Which is good. Many things we got to say about him. Beat out him too for Killers of the Flower Moon. Wow. And I look back at De Niro's performance in Oppenheimer, it's just like, I guess.
Right.
Initially, the narrator, he's the one telling the sort. It's all like from his perspective. But what are we doing?
Well, I tell you what, we're going to take a short break and come back. We're going to have more with Shane. We're going to find out what's hot and what's not after the top of this bottom of the hour break. You're tuned in to RyanORadio Penitentiary. You guys are in lockdown with us. Stay with us more movie reviews and stuff to come right after this. We'll find out what's hot, what's not. It's about 30 minutes past the hour. We're still under rainy, cloudy skies out there, floods in the areas and everything. So be on the lookout as you're out on the road. Your time and temperature brought to you, and it's currently 49 degrees. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Noonan. Back momentarily. Woo! That was good. I like talking about that. I'm glad they finally did something. Do what? Yep, I know. And then it's going to drop down to being cold. Winter weather, January weather in Georgia. It comes at no surprise. No surprise, come at no surprise. It warms up to rain all day and flood, and then when it stops raining, it gets cold and there's no snow. And the kids want snow so they can stay out another week and a half of school. Because they've been out for 2 weeks during the holidays and they want to have another week out. And then we got another holiday coming up in a week or so. So everybody gets these times off. I'm like, I don't get much time off. I don't know about you. That's what I tell them. Oh, Lord. Well, thank you for liking that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Ooh.
Listen to the Sports Beat with Richard Holdridge, Monday through Friday from 2 to 3 p.m. on WQEE.
Oh, yeah. This thing, put it up as so.
Do what? Action. There's accidents all over the interstate. Yeah, there's accidents all over the interstate. People don't know how to ride and drive in the rain. Now let's get this ready to come back, and then I gotta go.
Is Newman's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website.
And they showed up.
Oh, they're working today. They're gonna work inside.
They just showed up.
Oh, they were supposed. They're ready for the rain to cut out. What they were. They were told it was going to shut down. They had to. They probably had to wait around to get their kids to school. Shane, you don't never know. Some of them's kids didn't go to school at 9 o'clock. Some are out today. All right, we're coming back. Welcome back into the RyanORadio Penitentiary, guys. About 33 minutes past the hour. We're still holding at, of course, 49 degrees. Round 2 came through. There was plenty of accidents on the interstate. A report of some standing water all over the different places. This is coming from our friends at Noonan. Coweta Scanner Traffic. And we appreciate them for providing that for us this morning. We're going to get right back to it. Movie reviews, TV reviews, Hulu reviews, what's hot, what's not. Shane is having more entertainment right now by watching his neighbors come out there and go to work than he is watching what's on Netflix, right? Oh, I know. What in the world is going on there?
9,000 women is suing Disney over a pay wage gap.
Uh-oh.
Of course, we hear this all the time.
Yeah.
Men are paid more than women, but it seems like in this case, we might have a quite fine example of what actually happened.
Okay.
They've been given the go-ahead by Los Angeles Superior Court. So this suit was originally filed in 2019, so now it's been given a go-ahead. And like this includes Disney's music groups, film, TV theme parks, Marvel, ABC, Lucasfilm, and Imagineering.
Right.
Wow, and these are like non-union position jobs.
Uh-oh.
So they're going to reconvene on this February 9th. And I'm going to try my best to keep following this one because I think it's going to be awesome if they win this lawsuit. Whatever hurts Disney, the better.
Wow. Hurt Disney. Mickey Mouse over here. Don't hurt me. What about, I noticed you heard, I know that in details, they're talking about a former star that got accused of beating his ex-girlfriend up. Now he's saying that it wasn't true. He lost his job. You know who I'm talking about, right? He's, I think he's going to like defend himself or something.
Such a weird case.
Yeah.
She backed out at one point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It seemed like it was going to be over, but now it's all sparked again. And
yep.
They're in a scramble right now to try to recast him or recast the character Kang.
Yep.
And people have thrown out suggestions out there, and it's just like, I don't know. Let's just get Michael B. Jordan. Why not? But I guess you can't. Because he played warmonger.
Exactly. It's just all kind of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a bugger. Like, so I don't know what they're going to do with the character of Kang.
I know.
No idea. You might as well just let it go because y'all ruined it to begin with.
Right.
In the Loki series.
Exactly.
Thinking that he was going to be redeemed in Ant-Man Quantumania. No, it didn't.
Didn't work out well.
It's really disappointing. So that's just not the case. So.
Let's just move on.
But they messed up and did that after credits in Ant-Man. So the whole council of Kang was like, y'all got to do something now. But they're in scramble mode. Disney's just digging himself in a hole.
It just seems like it's getting more and more worse and worse for them every day with something going on or some kind of lawsuit going towards them. And of course they want to pay it all off. Well, let's talk about we got a few more minutes left with you. Let's talk about some what's hot, what's not, what we need to check out on any of our streaming sites or even any movies or anything that's coming out.
I'll tell you what's hot.
Uh-oh.
This new Dave Chappelle special.
Oh, yes.
It's called The Dreamer. He filmed this one in D.C.
Okay.
Using the original set that he started out on. That was pretty nostalgic to see. This special is neat. Very edgy. I'll give it the opening of it a little over dramatic, but it hits that
Right.
He addresses the thing about having this problem with the trans community. Of course, he had these problems with them, and he's just essentially establishing, I'm not going to talk about these people tonight, but these people that night. It's just heavily dropping in here and there.
Sounds like him.
It's just all low.
Right.
Tells a great story about meeting Jim Carrey. Well, he met Jim Carrey and didn't meet Jim Carrey. He met Andy Kaufman.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Because Carrie plays his character. Yep.
But I swear, I'm gonna laugh, especially. I'm laughing my butt off the whole special, and
Right.
he ended it. I thought was kind of interesting because he ended the show and then announced how he was going to end the show. And the way he did it, was he basically told a story. And it was a good story.
There you go.
I don't want to spoil too much of it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Great. He gets deep into the. That's probably one of the biggest things he did in the show was getting into the Will Smith, Chris Rock slap.
Oh.
Because it led into, I think it was like 40 months later when he got attacked on stage. So he was relating those situations and explaining how he felt without being victimized on stage like that. But just the way he delivers it, Dave Chappelle just hasn't missed a beat. It's that guy being on TV doing that show.
Right.
But his stand-up, I'm shocked. Aaron still has this deal going on with Netflix to do these specials. And the things he says just seem so edgy and controversial. And Netflix is just like, we'll allow it. I'm like, you're just saying people that brought us cuties.
Yeah, I know.
And see all this stuff. Alright, which is so confusing. When it comes to their stance on things, Will Chappelle run rampant, but they're making too much money with it.
That's it. That's what it is. Too much money's coming in. Too many people are watching so they're like, okay, whatever. We're gonna keep it on there. So definitely something to check out. Well, we've got a couple more minutes. Shane, tell everybody how to follow you. Tell them what you're working on and all that good stuff.
We're 62210 on YouTube. We are still editing this Leave the World Behind video.
All right.
It's just getting longer the more I work on it. But it's coming along. Definitely coming along. Coming along pretty good. I really can't wait to release it. It's going to be a long one. One more movie that we got coming up here.
Okay.
It comes up next week.
All right.
Hey, not much to talk about, but the beach with Jason Statham.
Okay. Is this
Have you ever seen a Jason Statham movie before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother watching this one. Jason Statham movie. Which shocked me the most is because this one's directed by David Ayer, who did India Watch briefly. He wrote Training Day, but he also did Suicide Squad and Bright.
Right.
Speaking of Will Smith. And one of the writers on this, Kurt Winger, he wrote, he directed Equilibrium, Law Sciences. These are good movies, but he also did the Point Break remake and Total Recall remake. Like that Expendables. That one was just like, I don't know what to think about this movie.
I know, right.
Jason Statham movie where, he's the guy that's been trained and he's still high level and he bad, good guy that can kick butt and Kevin Gould on Mission of Revenge. It's like, all right. But the only reason I bring it up is because this movie is, I've seen so much marketing for it, so much noise has been made over it. And it's just like, well, let's just look like every other movie. It's kind of that Liam Neeson effect. It's just the same movie again.
Sounds like it.
Different outfit. So, I don't know if anybody will really care about it. Oh, he's a beekeeper. That's what he does when he doesn't want to kill people.
He's a beekeeper.
Okay. So he just dubbed the beekeeper in the movie. I mean, that's pretty weak. But whatever.
He's going to sting you. He's going to leave you for dead. It's the beekeeper.
I don't see too much of it coming out. They really big. I'm worried about this year. I think we're going to get Dune 2 finally this year. Hopefully, they release it. That's something to look out for.
Well, we'll definitely be ready to look out for whatever's coming out. I know that there's not really anything, but something to come out week by week, and we'll be talking about it. Well, Shane, as always, we appreciate having you with us. We're going to take a break, guys. 15 minutes away from the top of the hour. We're going to let Shane get back to it and enjoy watching his neighbors do construction work because it's more entertaining than the beekeeper. Back in a moment. All right, brother. We'll talk to you. The what? We got a Frankenstein.
Lisa Frankenstein.
Oh no! Is it a cartoon?
It's just another one of these. We have to make a female empowerment movie about take a original character that was a guy and make it more about the woman. Like you can do these things, but do it properly. Make it good.
Right.
This one just seems so grabby. Condescending to the thing. But I'll talk about that one as it gets closer.
Well, we'll have fun for sure talking about it. And maybe it'll be a surprise movie to you. I don't know. Just like the way The Color Purple was. You never know. All right, brother. I'm going to let you get back. I'm going to let you get back to it. I know your neighbors are getting ready to work, so they're going to make all kind of noise for you. We'll talk again next week, brother.
All right.
All right. See.
Yeah.
Don't work too hard this week. Have a good week.
I got no choice.
I hear you. All right, brother. Talk to you later. All right, we're getting ready to get out of here. We got a lot of things to talk about.
Mom and Dad, you want to teach your child biblical values that will last a lifetime? Why don't you check out the best-selling Adventure Bible? It's the #1 Bible for kids, allowing them to take an exciting journey through each chapter with full-color illustrations, memory verses, hands-on activities, and more. The Adventure Bible is now available in 4 translations. It's the perfect Bible to encourage your children to stay in Scripture. Do you know at AdventureBible.com you'll find over 700 free games, activities, teaching resources, and more. Visit AdventureBible.com today.
Today.
To tell you that the 5-hour Hollywood 360 show and the 30-minute Radio Rarities podcast can be emailed to you every Monday via digital download link that never expires. That's 24 classic radio shows per month, plus the games, celebrity interviews, music trivia, and much more. Listen to Hollywood 360 and Radio Rarities whenever you'd like. Visit Hollywood360radio.com to subscribe. That's Hollywood360radio.com.
Buying some pretzel sticks?
Excuse me?
This is your wake-up call from TrackPhone Wireless.
Okay.
What if you didn't eat all those pretzel sticks by the end of the month, so this store took them back?
Good luck.
That's how some wireless companies are with your data, but TrackPhone Wireless gives you unlimited carryover data with active service, so you keep what you pay for. Plans start at $20 a month.
Wow, that's cool.
Sir, are you bothering the customers?
Hang on. This is your wake-up call, people. TrackPhone Wireless. Now you're in control. See terms and conditions at TrackPhone.com.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Tomorrow is Wednesday. You know what that means? This Wednesday wrestling wrap up. We got some odd news for you, and we'll get you some headline news that you can use. We'll get you all the news you can use tomorrow morning, sports news, weather, traffic, and everything for you. Rain out there continues in the metro Atlanta area, but we're all right now. I think it's starting to slow down here. So about 1 o'clock for most people today in Atlanta to 2 o'clock in some areas, and there's tornado watches down in Bainbridge as well as Clayton County and in Alabama, in Georgia and Barber County in Alabama. So we'll keep you abreast of that throughout the morning. All right, let's jump into this here and tell you what happened last night on WWE Raw right quick, because we're going to do a rundown of Raw tomorrow. Just give you a couple little news stories. Chicago Blackhawks rookie Connor Bedard was placed on the injury reserve list Saturday after getting a fractured jaw. It happened in Friday's game when the New Jersey Devils, Bedard got hit from Smith, who left, and then Bedard left the game early in the first period with a 4-2 loss. We don't know how long he's going to be out, and we're hoping it's going to be well for him. Also, veteran outfielder Michael Brantley, a 5-time All-Star winner and also the Houston Astros championship a few years ago, has decided he's going to step aside from playing baseball for a while. He's going to retire. And Ricky Roberto, number 5 overall draft pick in the NBA, 2009 NBA draft, released on social media that the 33-year-old was going to be retiring. And the reason he's doing that is because of his mental health issues. So that's a few things that happened in some of the news stories that we didn't get to this morning. I want to get into every news story that we put on the page, so you guys would know that we got to it. All right, 10 minutes away from the top of the hour, a little Raw results. We'll give you a short Raw results because tomorrow is a wrestling wrap-up wrestling show. We get into more details on Wednesday. We just give you a rundown of what happened last night. The American Nightmare emerged victorious over his bitter enemy, Nakamura. It kicked off with Drew McIntyre saying, stop. They had Rhodes walking into the building. Stop, come to me. Let me talk. I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. Everybody, this, that, and the other. CM Punk comes out. He talks about CM Punk. Maybe he should leave 9 years and come back and be respected. Well, he did leave a while and come back and got respected. Anyway, Punk told him he was going to win the title, and he wasn't there to make friends. He was there to win titles. Ciampa defeated Finn Balor, as Ciampa and his partner Johnny Wrestling are going to be going after the tag team titles of the Judgment Day eventually. Kofi Kingston took on Ludwig Kaiser, and it was a double count out. Ludwig really hurt Kofi. Not for real, but for the gimmick. Nia Jax vowed to win the Royal Rumble and challenge Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley. Ripley was like, no, don't come after me. No, don't come after me. Carter and Chance, who are the women's tag team champions, defeated the former women's champions, Green and Piper Niven. All right, Ron the Truth Killings explains the love he shares with Judgment Day in a promo. The Miz defeated JD from the Judgment Day. Jinder Mahal claimed to be disrespected and pick a fight with World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins after he was disrespected by The Rock last week. Ivar defeated Otis in a singles match. Cody Rhodes, of course, defeated Nakamura in that street fight. So that was about it. There you go. We'll get deeper into behind the scenes, what's coming up, Royal Rumble within the month, who's going to be what, when, and where. Do you think CM Punk's going to take it? I do. He's returning. I think he's going to be CM Punk. We'll talk details tomorrow morning because tomorrow's Wednesday. You know what that means. Wrestling wrap-up. We'll preview Dynamite. We'll get you some behind-the-scenes stuff, NWA stuff that's going on, New Japan Wrestling, TNA Wrestling. They've got a big event this Saturday and more. We'll get into all that tomorrow morning and what's going on behind the scenes in and out of the ring tomorrow. And that's in the second half of the second period of play of the RyanORadio Penitentiary. All right, guys, we do appreciate each and every one of you being with us. We thank you. We appreciate you. We want to say congratulations once again to Michigan winning over Washington 34-13. And it is Monday was Black Monday. We'll see where we're going to go from there. Stay safe. Great show. Thank you very much, Gail. You stay safe too. And I know the storm's coming through there. Keep it tuned to WQEE. We'll get you news out there you can use on what's going on in the area if anything comes up beyond this. I think we got rain till later on this afternoon to 1 o'clock, and then it's going to start clearing up and being cooler tonight. South, that's the South. That's Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Florida weather for you. Mississippi, you stay over there. We don't want to have anything to do with you guys. All right, we're going to get ready to get out of here. Peace, love, respect. I'm out of here. This is Ryan O'Neill saying, you guys have a great day. Stay tuned for the last hour broadcast brought to you by Newnan City Church with Pastor Jimmy Ellison and the host, Apostle Deborah Harris. Connecting heart to heart, radio after that, and the best sports lineup in the business. Rob Peterson Show, Sports Beat, Richard Holdridge, and Braves Country Radio with Matt McGee. We'll see you guys on the flip side. Have a great day. Peace, love, respect. I am out of here. Everything is recorded. It says for that, boom. This should come up afterwards. See you guys later.